Okay, great. So it's just like, yes. Okay, now let's go back to Creator Clash and the content comp.
Oh my, that is that's so funny, dude.
He just takes away, steals all of his thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's bad. It's like, how can you pretend to be this stupid? Like, is he actually just this fucking stupid?
Whenever Hasan's wrong about something, he goes, Ethan.
It's
Like,
just
that's
so
his tell.
cringe. Like,
His
he
tell
really
is
thinks
like-
he's a teacher. Like, he thinks he's a grade school teacher. And now it's time for the main event of the evening. In this corner, we have a seething, Hamas-supporting, Turk Roach himbo idiot. And in the other corner, we have a seething, Zionist, Adderalled-out Tourette syndrome Jew. Both of these people are totally retarded and completely ill-equipped to discuss a serious geopolitical conflict. But it's not really about that. It's about, I don't know, just lashing out and crashing out. It's going to be Kino.
Yes. No, I'll say this. H3 comes in hot. But here we go, guys. We're going to have some fun tonight. Get your snacks, get your coffee. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really supports us. And tell your friends if you enjoy the show. All right, guys, without further ado, because we're going to be here for a while. I don't know how much we're going to make it through. Ashley, I'm kind of like, oh, man, it's gonna be like fucking 10 hours.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Content.
All right, it's good.
This is some good shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look.
It's time. Welcome to the show, everybody. HASAN PIKER.
Hello, Hasan PIKER.
What's going on? So already,
well, I'm doing a debate.
I just think it's so cringe. Hasan's rolled up in the Palestine scarf.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Like,
yeah.
come on, bro.
It's the first thing I noticed.
Stop. But we have H3H3 here. We have smug
Smug.
Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein knows that Hasan has walked into his trap. I don't know why Hasan agreed to this, to be honest, because H3H3 is running OBS. He has all the clips prepared. He has everything set up.
As a staff
Hasan-
helping him,
Hasan is completely unprepared for this situation. And Hasan historically has been really, really bad in debates. Like, he's got his ass handed to him pretty much every debate he's ever had. Whereas H3H3 has had a lot more success, I would say, in these sort of verbal confrontations.
All right. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you going to show me all the time as well on the Zoom call?
Here, I can fix that. 1 second. Let me just set it to Ethan's output here.
If you want,
there you go.
If you want, just show like not just Ethan, but yourself as well. If you're going to talk, like that's fine.
Hey,
I don't know if it's gonna
Hasan,
be too difficult.
leave the production notes to my team.
It's already just super cut. Like, it's already just like, oh, so this is how it's gonna go. This is like a high school Mean Girls situation. This is such a fucking clown show circus, what we're about to witness. Every like dirty piece of laundry is gonna come out on both sides, and they're both gonna seethe and they're both gonna cope. And I'll say this, I saw probably the first hour and a half today, and then I went out and ran some errands for about an hour, so I missed like from the third hour. But then I saw the last 2 hours. I'd say from what I've seen in the first hour, H3H3 kind of steamrolls Hasan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then it does get dragged into the political realm where Hasan is able to filibuster a lot more and get in some points. But for the first hour, I would say Hasan really lands nothing of consequence. In the last hour, Hasan does try and come on hard, and he tries to, you know, paint H3's wife as a terrorist, and it gets wild in that last hour, and they're both just screaming over each other and crashing out. So it'll be interesting to watch the full thing.
And keep in mind, by the way, that Anissa did 3 tweets during it, and Hasan ends up shitting on iDUBBBZ. Like, it's so fucking beautiful.
Hassan basically throws them under the bus and puts it all on iDUBBZ and Anissa.
Yes,
And
yes.
basically is just like throws their entire event under the bus, which it's
Yeah.
funny because they really thought that Hassan was going to do something for them, and he never will.
Yep.
He never will give them even a crumb.
I can't wait for the update on Creator Clash.
We're not going to get it. They're currently stun locked. Like they're in hiding, and they obviously bet the house on Hassan.
Yeah.
And at this point, this did not go, I imagine, as they expected. I think they thought this would be a very easy victory for Hassan. At best, both of them are like completely embarrassed and humiliated. At worst, like Hassan kind of got fucking steamed.
No, honestly, for public sentiment, I mean, this is just like Twitter and comments from what I've seen. H3 is felting him. Most people are on H3.
Siding with H3.
Yeah.
Well, because it's just the way that Hassan approached this debate was so disingenuous and so bad faith and so dismissive. Where he's like, huh? What are you talking about, dude? And then he does this weird, like, substitute teacher energy where he keeps calling Ethan by his first name and trying to, like, Ethan. It's just really weird.
Ethan. But D-Shift, thank you for that. The stickers there, it's called H3 Smug.
You can switch your show how you like.
Well, you know, they were my coworkers as well, Ethan.
Well, it's been a while, my friends, and guess what? They are not now.
No,
It's just so combative. They're both so bitchy. Like, you know, it makes sense they're both from the Middle East because they sure have a lot of sand in their vaginas. Just saying. Like, every little thing has to just be battled over in the most passive-aggressive way.
They're just throwing stones at each other.
We got
So let's start.
Whoa, Nelly for a sub.
Let's go. Thank you, Whoa, Nelly.
So you did this content cop, right? And I mean, did that go how you expected? It didn't seem to.
I just love that's how he opens. It's like, so the content cop, did it go well? Did it go as you expected? Because it was a disaster. And he's immediately bringing iDUBBZ into it. Because I think H3 here, his objective is to show to the Jamhas that Hassan doesn't give a single fuck about them.
Yes.
And that's what he's trying to show here is that Hassan doesn't care about you guys. He's going to throw you out like fucking used tissue. He already got what he wanted from you, and now he's gone. And Hassan will confirm during this that he hasn't texted Ian or Anissa since the thing dropped.
No.
So the moment that they put out the content cop and gave Hassan what he wanted, he admits that he just ghosted them and had no contact with them since that point.
This is the funniest, dude.
He drags out some brutal admissions from Hassan throughout this, and he really does like bust up Hassan pretty bad here in the opening. Let's hit play though.
I had a bad feeling at this point. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a 10-minute like debate, isn't it? I'm like,
I thought somebody was going to run away, especially how hot H3 comes in here. You're like, he's gonna rage quit. But Hassan stayed in there, and you know as he got fucking spanked.
So yeah,
very hard.
Before we get started, can I lay some like ground rules so we can have like a productive
Here comes this is the gayest.
Yeah.
So
okay.
How do you define Zionism? So Hassan is trying to make this debate as intellectual and gay as he possibly can by making it about defining terms. H3 just doesn't give a shit and just accepts Hassan's definitions because he never intended on debating Israel versus Palestine. This for him is just about cornering Hassan on the content cop and a bunch of personal moral failings of Hassan. And both of them came into this without actually agreeing on the topic. So Hassan said the topic is Israel and Palestine. H3 going into this said the debate is about Hassan's moral character. So that you see this clash between H3 wants to do just straight up blood sports drama, and Hassan wants to try and make it a political debate, but he just can't manage to drag it to politics, and they just go off.
Let's say real quick, Hassan's like, who the f is watching like you to learn about the Middle East war. Who gives a f?
Funny is
It's
the only
boring.
the people who watch HASAN are watching HASAN because of the aesthetics of HASAN.
Yeah.
Because he's a himbo. HASAN is basically the political streaming equivalent of an OnlyFans thought. That's what he is. He only exists to basically thirst trap people, and people like the idea of HASAN, but they don't really like when he opens his mouth because he exposes himself to be a fool.
Yeah.
That's the reality of HASAN.
If you're gonna watch the news and coverage on the war, watch like the news on different political sides and many people. Why HASAN? He's like so boring. Anyway, is aesthetic.
So, I wanted to come on to make this as issue specific as possible. But yes, you have grievances with me, and of course, I think they're valid to address.
Okay, good.
Of course, we'll talk about that. Hopefully, I'll be able to address some counterpoints as well, if you will allow me in that process.
Absolutely.
But before we get started on anything, I would like to,
for even a moment, that there is going to be decorum to this discussion. Imagine even believing that for a moment. Okay, that's it.
Because H3 doesn't even
to potentially talk about definitions, so we can have like an established definition on a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about. Is that okay with you?
I mean, it depends how many definitions you got. What do you want to define? I don't want to get bogged down in this. So
I'm also experiencing audio issues on my end. So hold on one second.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. All right. So you're fine with that?
I mean, I'll do up to a point. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to get bogged down in a conversation.
It's not like a gotcha.
Go ahead. Start. No, I know you're not.
Okay,
I just want to get going.
All right.
He's like, just hurry the f up. Like HASAN's so like.
Well, HASAN's entire point is to try and like filibuster and bog everything down in boring minutia. Because he doesn't really have anything genuine to say in the conversation.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I think we should define what Zionism is and what you mean by Zionism and what I mean.
What is Zionism?
Oh man!
By Zionism,
Zionism is the belief that Jews should have their own homeland in the historic Palestine area. That's it.
Okay.
It's a pretty standard definition, of what that means. But now HASAN's gonna drop his $10,000 buzzword, ethno-nationalism. Here we go.
Okay. What is
that? Zionism is a religious ethno-supremacist ideology that revolves around.
But he keeps reading and having to look back at the notes and back at the camera.
He's obviously reading from his Discord server during this entire thing. It's so sad.
But he's trying to look at the camera, but then forgets the sentence and has to look back.
He's just slow as fucking super low energy. I don't know if he's filled out or what.
Yeah, like it's very like
indigenous policies of
the poor dog's already been put to sleep.
By
By the way, some Muslim he is having a fucking dog in his house.
Yeah, exactly. What the
indigenous population that lived in, as you said, historic Palestine. As long as they are not Jews, because it's a religious, ethno-religious supremacist ideology. I think that this is a disagreement that you and I have.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
It's so obvious.
H3's plan here is Gambit is Kino, where he just agrees with everything HASAN says. Yeah, absolutely. That's the definition. Now let's get into the drama about creator class.
So genius.
It's actually pretty stupid. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Okay, moving on.
He agrees with everything just to move on to the real stuff.
You want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, the displacement and the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you. Sir.
Okay.
Oh, HASAN's just like, what?
It's like, whoa, this is a very reasonable position by H3. where it's like, so what's the problem here then, Hasan?
Based?
Well, it's that you're Jewish. And it's if Hasan would just come out and say that he hates him because of his race and that he believes in genocide, it would just be a lot more honest and there could be a real discussion, but he refuses to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
How was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the Fortnite L behind you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
No,
that.
no, we're here.
This was fucking keto, bro.
I agreed with you. Let's go on.
No, you're right about Israel-Palestine. Now, let's talk about what really matters, which is this cringe Fortnite dance, bro. Can you agree it was cringe? What was going through your mind as iDUBBBZ burned his career to the ground with the cringe Fortnite dance in your office?
You know,
sir?
Anissa.
What were you thinking?
I guarantee you, Anissa was watching, and iDUBBBZ is like laying down, hearing like a podcast, a different podcast.
Oh,
He's upset.
I don't want to talk about
Okay.
definitions. You got your Zionism, and let's do the.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
this
it's fine.
isn't it's not the debate he was expecting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did you not? You didn't.
I've participated in
He's just got the
other
L.
YouTube videos as well.
He hits him with the L. It's just total like Mean Girls high school bully energy
no.
from Ethan
What
Klein
he's
the whole
saying
time. I'm
was-
so here for it.
What he's saying is, how did you feel when everyone was behind you with the L, huh?
How
And the
did you
Fortnite
feel?
dance. How did that make you? How did that make you feel, cocksucker?
Well, in the
No,
past,
but that
you know,
Fortnite
some of
L
them- Some of them feature sketches.
I noticed
Okay.
you weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed.
Oh, this is so.
Oh,
He was ready for this, huh?
Yeah, why weren't you in any other sketches? What's going on, big guy?
I noticed you
Okay.
weren't in the other shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed
Oh, really?
by
Who was
the
interviewing you?
journalist while that was happening.
Really?
I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly. You were absent from every other shot. I think you saw him doing that. I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, "I got to get out of this." And by the way,
No, I
I'm
don't
giving you
care.
credit for that.
I mean,
I
Ethan,
know. I'm giving you credit
for that.
Oh no!
You know what's so funny is like Ian is like the rug, while these
Yes.
two are stepping all over him, and
Oh,
Ian's
yeah.
just a piece of meat. It's
Yes.
like two killer whales playing with a seal. You know, like,
I mean, the thing is, the guy, instead of like being his own king, like back in the day, you know, iDUBBBZ was a king on this level.
Yeah.
Instead, he's chose to be like Hasan's sacrificial pawn in a gambit that's just not even going to work. Like, I just don't understand why you would do that, why you would degrade yourself to become subservient to this Turkish guy because your wife wants to bang him. Like, that's pathetic.
and now he's spitting on you. What a bad call, dude.
You're a comedian. You know, you've participated in some sketches. You know, it
Nothing bad.
happens.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
Really? You're one of your most famous sketches, you in a fucking diaper. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
go.
We've done funny things.
Okay, you know what? Let's not debate
Yeah.
the merit of our comedy. You're right. I'm very hacky, and so are you.
Okay, so once again, like H3 is always just okay. You know, let's just move on. Let's not get bogged down because he has a plan for this interview, and he has points that he wants to hit, and so he's just willing to concede things that doesn't matter to hit Hasan where it does matter.
Yeah.
By the way, you believe that the
that's
likes
fine.
were botted on that.
What?
You had said you thought the likes
You're
were
so
botted
gay.
on the.
Where he's like, what?
Yeah. There's a tweet.
Dude.
He said, or he means
Dude,
dislikes.
Dude, what are you even talking about, man? Like, what? It's like, come on, man. You can't feign ignorance at everything. This is, to me, the most frustrating thing about left-wing people or just debating with people in general is when they pretend that they don't know what you're talking about. And then you have to waste like 10 minutes explaining it to them when they know right well. It's so frustrating.
Content cop. Do you still believe that?
What? The likes were botted on the content cop?
The
I don't- I have
dislikes
no
were
idea.
botted. The dislikes, sorry. Yeah, you said it was brigaded and was botted. And it was
Honey,
unnatural,
did you
the
just
dislikes
smoke
on the
a
video.
bowl, Hasan, or like, are you popped a Xan, or what's going on? Like, he's acting like he doesn't even know where he is. What? What
you
a
know
crazy
what's-
thing to even bring up. It's like he's acting as though H3H3 just said that the moon is made of cottage cheese, or that he has 3 heads or something. And it's this like weird gaslighting that he does to try and control the frame, where he's like super dismissive of everything and then believes that he's above him and he's this like authority. It's just
And but it's funny because Hasan was trying to defend the content cop and attack Ethan for a week, and then finally was just like, F this. Ian, like, he's like, I'm not gonna support this anymore. I don't care anymore. It's so perfect.
I don't really care about this.
He
I don't
doesn't
know.
care. See, like, he was like, you know what,
dude,
Ian?
like, dude, like, why even care, bro?
He's throwing Ian to the wolves.
Yeah, he's
The
basically
wolves.
saying, I don't care about iDUBBZ. Like, if you want to say he's an anti-Semite, cancel him, take his bank. I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't even know the guy.
No, I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
don't,
asking.
I
I
don't
don't care
recall
if you-
saying this, but I don't know why
You
this is a
did say
major point
it.
of contention. All right, so you
No,
asked that question. Let's get back to some other definitions.
Hold on, let me finish, and then you can do your definition.
Imagine
Okay.
wanting
Did
to
you
do
think it
Well,
was-
it's not my definition. I want to hear your definition.
That's so crazy.
Fine, I'll answer how you like. Do you?
I hope you know that, like,
Hmm.
you know, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't publish the content cop. iDUBBZ did.
Yes, I know that, and I.
My God.
Dude, like, I'm not responsible for that. That's all on iDUBBZ, dude.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Dressed him
Oh.
thoroughly.
All right.
Do you know that? Do you believe he should have included the context of the CPS call?
What?
What?
Oh my God, I called
Like,
it. What?
imagine what? Like, imagine being this engaged in this drama where these guys are going back and forth every day, proxy battles through associates, and then the CPS call is brought up, and Hasan pretends like he has no idea that CPS was called on H3H3, when that's pretty much the crux of this entire drama. And that's where it's just so slimy and so dishonest. And everybody can see that Hasan is just a lying sack of shit. What?
Yeah.
CPS call? What?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait. I'm a little confused. You are asking me
Yes.
what my opinion is
On the video.
iDUBBZ's content cop.
Correct. That's correct.
About the CPS. I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was more so about like your year-long conquest of deplatforming and also
Right. Well,
harassing
90% of the clips were
quite
from the
frankly, harassing
episode
a bunch of
entitled
pro-Palestinian
CPS Came to My
content
House, Hasan. I don't know
By
if
the
you
way, I
think
just
that's an
want to point
important
out,
detail.
like, both of these guys are in favor of deplatforming, by
Yeah.
the way. So it's like, well, you're the deplatformer. Well, you're the you both are guilty of it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
Well, we got Alpha Lobster for 5 subs.
God damn. Thank you guys. Wow, Alpha Lobster. Appreciate you, man.
Well, I sure do.
Ethan, I think
see that?
you know.
Ethan,
Ethan?
it's like the same tone that like a mother would take with a child, or like a teacher takes with a student. And it's just really condescending and really smug and really gay.
Someone goes, he's Hasan's a One Piece fan. Thoughts? We do not claim him.
Know my position on this, as I made it very clear. I think it's completely inappropriate to fucking call.
No.
CPS.
That's obvious.
I think it's
I'm
completely
saying
inappropriate
your
to call
friend
CPS
Hasan
on
you
a
made a
content
video
creator you don't
with
like.
did
I
a
don't know why
total
you're-
fucking
I don't know
hit
why you
job.
think I have
All right,
any
go ahead.
hand
Ask me a
in this.
question.
I don't have any, like.
Go
dude,
ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen to me.
You're slow.
Listen. We're both content creators online.
I love how the left turned on each other.
Oh, it's so good. Remember when they were together on Leftovers?
Oh my
My
God.
best friend. Ooh, you're making me feel. And they were the 2-man power trip running wild, and they were destroying the right wing.
And now,
Now, look at them.
bravo.
Look at them.
We both have received an endless wave of harassment. You and I have talked privately about this.
Hasan, I don't
when
care.
we
Let's
were-
just go
when we
on.
had a
You-
podcast.
I don't-
No,
I-
what do you mean? You
I
brought
don't-
this up. You brought it up. Hold on.
I
Let
know
me
what
say my
you're
piece.
saying. We've all
You
been
brought it up.
harassed. The internet
Let
is
me bring
tough.
my- let
Whatever,
me say
yada
my
yada.
piece.
Ask me a question.
No. Please, Ethan, please.
Because you're so
Please.
boring, bro. I just want to have an interesting conversation. Go
I was
ahead.
also telling that, Andrew.
Just cooked him. Just cooked him. And H3 will get in these little quick, funny one-liners throughout these jabs, and a lot of them do go over Hasan's head.
Yeah.
And Hasan is just so slow and so brutal throughout this. H3 really runs circles around him.
Yeah.
Really does.
Dave,
You know, Ian was watching this like, oh no. Oh no, Hasan, please.
please just hold on.
Wow,
And let
I have
me
wow,
try
God
to
forbid.
explain my position to you. You and I are both content creators. We get an endless wave of harassment, doxing, swatting, all of this stuff. Okay, sometimes by the same people. Ironically enough, by the same communities. You and I know we've had these conversations in private
been a
before we stop doing our podcast. And you know my position on this. I think it's completely
I
unacceptable.
know you're
because
against
I am victim to the
CPS.
same
That's
exact
not
things that
even
happened to you
interesting.
in this regard. I would never in a million years
Okay,
advocate
ask
for
me a
that sort of
question.
thing, and don't think it's appropriate.
Very
And
good.
I don't
Ask
know
me a
why you
question.
think that I have anything to do with
Because
this.
you're not you're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an episode of the podcast.
Yeah, the whole point of that.
He's just destroying him here, man.
The whole contention that Ethan had was the Denims doing that and his viewership,
Well,
and then showing
the
why he
problem
was
here-
mad in the video
The
was
problem
yeah,
here
right.
at this point is that iDUBBZ did not include any of the context about CPS.
Exactly.
He didn't even mention CPS.
and that's why he was
And that's-
snapping.
yes, that's the crux of the entire drama.
Yeah.
So for iDUBBZ to refuse to show that part shows how dishonest he is.
Exactly.
Called CPS got called on me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do
By
you
the
think
way,
that's fair?
May I say
I mean,
this too? They keep saying this is like everyone, Ian, Anissa, Hasan, all these people go, H3, your mental health, like they're gaslighting him until he is crashing out, but they're trying to like say he's not making any real points because he's crashing out, which isn't the
That's
case.
just nonsense.
Yeah. Oh, calm down, buddy.
I think you should take this up with iDUBBZ instead of me.
Okay,
I
sure.
didn't
Ask me
make
a
any
question.
Editorial. Yeah, I didn't make any of the editorial decisions in
I'm try-
iDUBBZ's content cop.
I'm asking what you thought about it. Okay, not if you made it. It's pretty fucking.
I-
Pretty
Sure,
obvious. Go ahead, ask me a question.
I'm sure it would have been.
Cooked.
I'm sure that I'm sure that it would have been all right if he mentioned it.
It would have been all right?
I don't know why this is a major
It
point
would have
of
made sense. It would have been the whole crux of the thing.
contention for you. I thought we were going to talk about Israel-Palestine.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. You had said that I
Yeah.
have problems with your character. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, ask
I
me
know,
a question.
but you having problems with my character.
Hasan, ask me a
is
question. Or I'm
so
going to move
far
on to the
removed
next
from
topic.
you
here.
asking me about iDUBBZ's editorial decisions
Mm.
in his content cop.
I'm
I
asking
don't-
about your opinion on it. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay.
Ian, for you, I mean, for Hasan,
Hasan,
it was a
Hasan-
Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
Hasan won't even defend iDUBBZ. He won't raise one finger to defend Ian. After Ian went all in on him, he won't defend the decision. He won't defend the content cop. He wants nothing to do with iDUBBZ. He's fleeing from the association,
Oh,
which is so funny to see.
yeah. Ian's the
So, do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So it's just like, yes. Okay, now let's go back to Creator Clash and the content cop.
Oh my days. That's so funny,
He
dude.
just takes away, steals all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's bad.
Awesome. So you agree with the with numerous human rights organizations, the UN?
I already said yes.
Yeah, he
okay,
already said
great.
yes.
No, that's important. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I also agree on this. If
Okay.
you believe that Israel is committing a
Then
genocide in Gaza,
why do you hate? The thing is, they basically agree on all of this. It's just Hasan hates him because of his race. That's
Yeah.
what this is about. That's what this is about, obviously.
okay?
But this,
Do you-
this is like the worst like place Hasan could be because he's like, wait, we're supposed to argue
Oh.
this.
What are we gonna do now? He's agreeing with my politics. Strangely, this isn't about the politics. It's about nailing him on all the other stuff.
you feel like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator.
Oh my God, here we go.
Speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on
this is the whole thing
on the
whole thing with people like on us. They're like, you do comedy videos. Why don't you guys get more political and like use a? It's like H3.
Not everybody is meant to be a political person.
Yeah,
but that was H3's failing, was getting into bed with Hasan and getting into all of this political stuff.
Good call.
And this is the chickens coming home to roost for him. So I don't feel bad for him at all.
Base take.
Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip, or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to rail against people that are doing that?
Sure.
Pro-Palestinian advocates that you feel like you've been wronged by, myself included.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but if you're pro-Palestine, it doesn't absolve you of criticism. That's something that you guys can talk about. Do I think my
this is oh my God, he's quick here. Like I'll say
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that is the case.
Okay. Do you think my coverage has been like totally balanced? I would say no. I've obviously given less time to the Palestinian perspective, and I think the reason for that is simply that
No, not just the Palestinian perspective, Ethan. I think that rather than talking about that issue in and of itself, rather than talking about the genocide itself, every time you have
Hasan, I'm answering your question.
Every time you've talked about Israel-Palestine, it almost always revolved around.
I was going to tell you why. Do you want to let me answer?
Personal vendettas that you have experienced from
I was going to explain that.
He's Jewish.
You're a Jew.
He's a Jew.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Would you like me to? You asked me a question, so
Let's
I'm going to
hear it.
answer it. The reason for that being is that I feel like I'm responding to a lot of bullshit.
I just can't
that hand thing.
Like, Hasan should be nailing him about the hand gesture every time he does it. Are you on drugs? Are you okay? Like, but Hasan is just too pathetic to even pull that together. Like,
no, but Ash, his leftist viewers would get mad and call him ableist. He can't make fun of that.
Well, both of them are gonna like scream at each other that they are committing microaggressions and racism. Guys, just wait. I hope we get to it because we're gonna have to be here a long time. But when these two start arguing about Anne Frank, for those of you who've seen this, the Anne Frank debate is so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I missed that part. I napped after the gym, so I missed that hour.
Passed my way ever since Leftovers ended, starting from you and your community. Now, that's my answer to that. Now, let me ask you about this. This sword has a Nazi swastika hilt.
So he just like, Hasan's like, oh, I signed up to be slaughtered. Hasan, at this moment, Hasan realized he up because H3 has no interest in talking about the finer details of the sand war. He just wants to fucking tie him to iDUBBBZ and the swastika sword.
Yo, Ian knew what he was doing. Look at this photo. You're telling me he didn't know?
The whole thing is, honestly, the way he should have argued this, well, you'll see the way Hasan tries to argue this is so disingenuous that it just falls apart completely.
Yeah.
And, like, let's just hit play. You'll see.
Okay.
Do you disagree? What's funny about that?
I think it's funny because you've made this a major point of contention. That's why I think it's funny.
It's a swastika, is it not?
Yeah, it's a sword that is a bleach sword, as you know already. That has a hilt. That has a.
By the way, he doesn't bring it up here, but Ethan should have been like, yeah, but you didn't think it was a bleach sword. Like you didn't know it was a bleach sword.
Well, no. At first look, he called it a swastika sword, and H3 has the clip, and he's gonna play it.
Yeah, but I think he could have stumped him out here right now.
Japanese Manji sign on it, but yes, it does look like a swastika, as I've also noticed and have talked about on numerous occasions that you brought forward.
Yeah, of course you're conceding that because we fished this up. But yeah,
such as when I made fun of, I believe it was Alexa that grabbed it, and I said, "Oh, you immediately go over the swastika one." Yeah, exactly. Do you think?
You
Do
so
think that
anyway, my
do you
point
think
is,
that I actually
Hasan,
think
if I
it's
can
a-
continue my point, is that you knew it was a swastika sword. So what is the, so, I mean, why did you guys choose to pose with this sword?
Ethan,
Answer that. Why was the choice made?
Ethan?
Ethan, it's trying so hard to be like a parent or an authority figure and talking down to him, and it's pathetic.
Yeah, we know what you fucking meant. Like,
For this
Ethan,
sword.
I'm gonna gently explain this to you again. One, it's not a swastika, but regardless,
Do you think it
regardless,
looks like a swastika?
I did not make this editorial decision. I wasn't even.
Do you
was I
think-
in
do
the-
you think
I don't
it's
I was in the
reasonable
he's
to-
photo.
throwing, now he's going, this is all Ian's idea.
He throws iDUBBBZ right under the bus that it was all iDUBBBZ's idea to
wasn't-
fucking dog whistle like this. I just think the whole point, what I think H3H3 should have focused on has been like, well, if this was any right-wing content creator that did this, you would say it's a dog whistle, a Nazi dog whistle, right?
Yes.
Especially when it's targeted to a Jewish creator. Because we know right well, if we did this, they would say that it was a Nazi dog whistle, right? So, like, it's, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, Hasan. If you're going to, oh, everything is a Nazi dog whistle, the okay hand gesture is a Nazi dog whistle, learn the alt-right playbook, then you can't complain when that same stuff is applied to you, especially when you're doing a video targeted at a Jewish guy. It just so happens you're holding a swastika sword and the guy holding it has a shaved head, like a skinhead, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But you expect grace and charity that you would never extend to anybody else.
If we held that sword in a photo, Ashton, Gabe
This is-
Hoffman would have
you know
us
what?
hung.
This is what Hasan should just say. Yeah, it is a dog whistle. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. It's funny.
Just own it. Just be proud, because that's what you're doing, right? But it's part of this whole gaslighting routine to make him look like he's insane. And I just don't respect that. Just be upfront and be like, yeah, this is what we think. This is what this is about, bro. This is a holy war, bro.
Perceive that as a swastika?
I don't think it was a deliberate decision that
Okay, well-
iDUBBBZ made, but I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know his
well,
mind.
Hasan, they're your swords, and according to the New York Times article, there was 10 options. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That seems pretty slim.
Well,
You have 10
considering
swords,
that I
don't
had- The week prior to that, I believe. I don't know the exact timeline. I don't really remember when they shot this, but I had the sword out because I was doing an Assassin's Creed promo. Do you feel like if I thought it was like genuinely a swastika sword, I would use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes.
Look how he's just stun locked by, he doesn't know what to do. What? Yes. Chad, yes.
Oh my God.
That's what we call a
Wait,
dog whistle, Hasan. And what you're doing is gaslighting somebody. You made
Yes,
a video.
he
You-
called
you-
out the gaslighting. He's calling it out. He's breaking the conditioning.
This is so fun. Combo breaker.
Let me
I'm
make a
dog
point
whistling
here,
with
Hasan, because you're the king of microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minorities.
Exactly, buddy.
Also, whenever it's anyone else, it's they're racist, they're a Nazi
What's
for
the
this.
Bible say? Judge not, lest you be judged. For what measure you measure with, you'll be measured with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's if the microaggressions fit, buddy, you
Yeah.
committed them.
Yep.
Of minority
This is
groups,
true.
right?
This
So
is
you
true.
made a video. You participated in a video accusing
Wait,
a Jewish. Let me finish my point,
I'm going to let
Hasan.
you finish that.
No,
I'm going to let
no.
you ask the question.
Stop.
Can I
You are
just
making
say-
a video
can I just
accusing a
ask you
Jewish
again?
man
You
of
think-
exaggerating
you think I
anti-Semitism
used
while
a-
exhibiting the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. Do you not see this as a problem? Or at least, am I
see?
The
insane
most
for
hear
thinking this is
anything
odd?
symbol.
Ethan,
It's so good.
Ethan, take a deep breath.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
my
Ian.
God.
Ian was watching this with tears in his eyes,
Oh yeah.
like not crying, but you know when your eyes are welling up.
answer the
Okay.
question?
He's broken.
I don't need
Take a
you to
deep breath.
console me.
I didn't even hear your question. I need you to.
Well,
I
you
need
should try
to answer
listening instead of
something.
speaking.
I'm just looking for clarification here. Do you think that I deliberately was using a dog whistle in an
Mhm.
Yes.
Assassin's Creed promo, or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have?
You have 10 swords.
I know they're heavy. That's not a real
Oh,
sword.
Oh
the heavy
my
cope, the heaviness cope, bruh. So you He's saying iDUBBZ is too weak and cuck to lift the other sword, so he had to use the swastika sword.
Oh my god,
Bro, that's such a pathetic cope. Just own up to it and be like, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh
You're
my god.
genocidal, man. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's just like, just admit what it is, or come up with a better cope than that. It was the heaviness of the sword. It makes you sound like you're more guilty than you even are. And it just totally poisons the well for the rest of the discussion. It makes everybody think this guy's dishonest. He's a liar and he's slimy acting like that. Here's what the real argument from Hasan should be. Yeah, it is a dog whistle to make you crash out and go insane. Yeah, I am gaslighting you. I think it's funny. Like that would be more honest. Be like, yeah, it is a dog whistle to make you in particular go insane and crash out, and it's working. You're crashing out. That, I think, would have shifted the frame on this more than trying to go, whoa, but the heaviness of the sword, dude.
Yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but you had 10 to choose from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the other ones are heavy.
Let me
Ethan.
paint a
I'm
scenario.
waving that
Let
shit
me
around.
paint, Hasan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay?
Mm.
Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated you know is the, quote, swastika sword. So am I insane for even, you're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So
yes.
yeah, micro.
Stop it! Like, are we kidding here? Are we kidding here?
Questions just don't exist for Jewish people.
You're asking me why iDUBBZ.
It's your
made
sword,
this
bro. I don't
decision.
believe that you
The hand tricks are fucking wild, bro.
weren't
I'm
there.
not iDUBBZ.
You were
and
there,
I
bro. It's in
don't
your
know
fucking
how to
house.
I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me
Because
why
it's
iDUBBZ
your
chose
house
that.
and your sword.
But I also gave you what my speculation is, and that is that
It was just
it's
a
most
cosmic
likely because
chance.
I had
Okay.
previously had it laying around because I had just done an Assassin's Creed promo.
Okay, if you say so.
Right. No one
So if it's a
believes that.
cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo up?
Whoa,
I'm not
whoa.
even in.
There's 3 swords right behind him.
Yeah.
And they were standing on this
We
spot.
can obviously see that it's bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
The photo, I don't.
I
think,
know
right?
it's in your
Am I
room
even
though,
in the-
and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Wait, why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not. Ethan.
I'm sorry,
I am
Hasan.
not
Are you
iDUBBZ.
unable to make value judgments on
Ooh.
situations? Like, isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that
Oh my god.
Ooh, he's just busting him up, bro. He's just piecing him up right now, man. Like, Hasan is just helpless right now. It's all one-way traffic by H3H3.
iDUBBZ should have removed?
I don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, like, yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're
It's
telling a
what you
Jewish
are
man who's
perceiving.
complaining about a very
And
odd
also,
coincidence that I'm crazy and I'm
With a
exaggerating.
manji on it, Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got
Listen
me.
to
I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating
No, that's not what
anti-Semitism.
I'm saying.
You
I
got
didn't
me.
do that.
Yes, you did. You literally
Ethan,
did.
I didn't
Oh,
do that.
Joe, he's hurt. He's hurt, Joe. Oh, he's on wobbly legs.
Why can't Hasan just stand on business and go, yeah, I
You
did
know,
that. I did that.
yeah.
And
Suffer,
it
bitch.
was to make it a little bit more fucking rough for
It
you.
was to get you to spiral.
Yeah.
And look nuts.
And it's working. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
is why.
Okay, laugh
But
about it.
again,
Go on.
It's not a swastika. And
Then
I
why
don't
should he
even
leave
think
it
you
up?
have that much of an issue with swastikas, considering you drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish
So,
man.
get
You f***ing
ready.
moron.
This is so keto. This is so keto. Let's go. Let's go,
Oh.
Jew bros.
I didn't realize
Is
the
anyone in
Nazis
that
only
room
kill
Jewish?
Jews. Is
Was
that
anyone
what
in that
happened?
room? Did I draw
Do the Nazis
swastika
only kill
one
Jews
time
even?
on?
Do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with like being offended or not offended by?
They're allowed to make fun of their own shit if they
Like,
want. Like,
you know who Mel Brooks is, Hasan?
Yeah.
Like, are
exactly.
we serious about H3H3 crushes him here real quick?
Mm.
Nazi imagery. You've done a Sig Heil
Don't be-
approximately what 50 times.
Why did I
since
do a
Elon
Sig
Musk did it?
Heil? Why did I do a Sig Heil?
I don't know.
Because
a
because you
question
only
we are
watch
all
clips on Twitter.
wondering-
I was making fun of Elon Musk and trying to see if it was valid or not.
Oh, thank you.
And by the way, as a
Thank you for
Jewish man, are you
clarifying.
going to
My
tell
bad.
black people not to use the N-word?
Oh, got
what?
him.
There you go.
And then there it is. Hassan's like, what? Like, are you slow? Are you dumb? You obviously are. You got nothing but rocks in your fucking head.
Yeah.
Trying to tell a Jewish person that they can't cope about the trauma of the Holocaust in their own way if they want to make fun of it. Like, there's a long history of that with Charlie Chaplin, Mel Brooks. It goes on and on and on. But there it is. Hassan just fucking dummied. Well, you gonna tell black people they can't use the N-word because it offends you, Hassan?
I'm in the camp of you can make a Nazi joke or a swastika or whatever, right? As a
Yeah.
joke.
It's funny.
But it's different when it's an actual Palestinian group of people that just finished talking about the war of Israel and Palestine. Like it's like a different
It's-
level.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you want to do that and do that shit, fucking stand on it. Don't like dog whistle and go like, actually, that's not what I meant.
Actually, no, it's like, then you're just a pussy.
Are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word because it offends you?
Do you think this is an apt
He has no
comparison?
answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cooked.
So you think that being able to draw the your anti-Semitism radar is completely out of whack.
And
Do
who are you to
understand
say that to me?
Like,
You
that's the
pose
point
with
of
a
contention here.
swastika.
You're saying it's not a swastika, and you know it's not a swastika.
I
You
mean,
called it a
it literally is a
swastika.
swastika.
No, it's not.
Listen,
Hassan is coping big
Cope.
time.
Let me
Is
see the
it?
swords in your background. Why didn't you choose one of those ones?
I didn't choose the sword, Ethan.
I don't believe you.
Do you think this is a productive
you know what?
use
You know
of our
what
time?
Hassan should have said? Hassan should have just been like, I don't know what Ian chose. I wasn't in the room. That would have been the funniest way to get out of this.
Absolutely. So anyway, you say it's a weird
They're gonna
cosmic
move
flute.
on soon, by the
Personally,
way.
if I think it was a weird cosmic flute, you say basically it's not a swastika. The difference between the Hindu symbol and
but it's not.
okay, right. The difference between the Hindu symbol
What
and
you
the
drew on
Nazi
PewDiePie, on the other
swastika.
hand, was a swastika.
I'll finish what I said. Yeah, I'm a Jewish man. I depicted a
All right, that's
swastika,
cool.
a tasteless joke
I'm
on
just making sure.
on
Okay, so
iDUBBZ
you
shirt
can-
10 years ago. You
Yeah.
said this is the swastika sword, and you keep it in your house and you use it and pose it in photos, attacking a Jewish man. The fact that you can't even concede that
jokingly
looks
referred
bad.
to it as looking like a swastika when my
So-
friend picked it up.
So let
If
me.
I genuinely thought it was a swastika memorabilia, do you think I would keep it in my house?
Dude, you're
Yes.
being obtuse. I know it's not a swastika, right? And I know you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also. Because the difference between a swastika and that Hindu symbol is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference.
Mhm.
If you ask a Hindu person, would they walk around with a swastika sign?
Wait, so you know?
fuck
so you
no,
it's
they
not
know
a
that
swastika,
looks
but
like
you
a
keep calling it
swastika.
swastika sword. So I'm a little confused.
Ask your Hindu friends if they would walk around with like a swastika brandish.
I'll say this. H3 went too long on this part.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think the longer he went on these points that weren't explicitly about Israel and Palestine, the better. Because just watching them argue this back and forth is fucking
Everyone
hilarious.
disagrees
to
with
me.
me. Okay, yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
They know.
Okay.
I think
Are
he
you
made his
Hindu?
point already. You know what I mean?
I am not Hindu.
Okay, interesting.
No.
So anyway, it was a cosmic
Wait,
fluke.
do you think that
brandished
only,
what I.
do you think that
what-
only Hindu people have bleed swords? Like, what's going on?
We're discussing
So-
the symbol, not the sword. Okay, go ahead.
Mhm.
So you think it was a cosmic fluke? There was 10 swords. He magically picked that one.
I can't. I'm
and
speculating
he
on
left
the
it up.
decision making
If
of
it was a
person
mistake, he could have
who I
deleted
am
it.
not. I'm not him.
Go ahead,
I
ask
don't
me-
know. Again, I'm going to repeat myself here. I think I'm doing.
You
this
don't
a
need
lot.
to. Go ahead.
I am not.
Ask me the next
iDUBBZ.
question.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm not
in his
accusing you of being
mind.
iDUBBZ, Hassan, but you're acting like you're incapable of making value judgments on things because you're not
No, because
iDUBBZ.
I already made the value judgment. I think you're being crazy.
Okay, well,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Microaggressions thinks I'm being crazy. Very good. You have no
Yeah,
problem.
okay, so anytime now that Hassan sees something and goes, that's a dog whistle, that's right wing, that's for Nazis, just go, are you crazy, bro?
Aren't you just crazy?
You're being
bro?
crazy. What? Are you seeing signs in your head? Shut the fuck up, Hassan. a
I'm
fucking
telling Jewish people they're being
disingenuous
crazy
bastard.
on what.
Yes.
It's like a blatant fuck. Go ahead, ask me the next
Yes.
question.
Yes, I don't.
Do you
I
think
don't
the
have
so-
a problem
if you could go
telling
back,
you're being crazy
if
right now.
if-
You being Jewish has nothing to do with this.
Sure, I'm sure it doesn't. Do you think going back that it was a mistake to use that sword?
I don't really care about this at all.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh my
Well,
God!
that really
Well,
shows
then
where
you should have no problem saying it was a mistake. Then, if you don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
on this. Go
I
ahead and ask
don't
me a
care.
question.
Okay. So,
Imagine Hassan went, yeah, it was to make fun of you for being Jewish. What are you going to do about it? Wouldn't that be like a mic drop moment? Like, what would H3's response be? He'd be felt it.
since you believe that Israel is committing a genocide, what are the appropriate steps that people can take, both in the Western world and also regional actors can take against this entity doing a genocide by your own admission, that you would consider to be appropriate? Because it feels like throughout this entire process,
Is
you
he the
have,
commander
set
of the
boundaries on what
army?
you think
Buddy,
Just
is
killing
he's straight up reading this off of Discord.
Yeah,
Like, it's so
yeah.
obvious that this isn't coming from the top of his head whatsoever.
Civilians, that's the boundary.
as you have
The answer, it's civilians.
set boundaries on what you think is inappropriate,
Killing
and
civilians.
time and time again has said is outright anti-Semitic.
My boundary is killing civilians.
Okay, that's great. So
So
that
it's just like
unreasonable?
perfectly perfect.
the most reasonable position possible. You know, it's just straight out so reasonable. It's like, oh, why won't he say the things I need him to say?
Reasonable
Yeah,
boundary.
Jank is giving him advice through Discord.
So-
Okay, good. So
I
then we don't
totally agree with
disagree.
you on that. Great.
Great.
Okay.
So let me ask you the next
So-
one. Let me ask you about this
From-
Congress tier
hold on.
list.
I have a.
So
can
so
I-
H3 tries to bring it immediately back to drama about the Sabra tier list, the hummus list.
This
And I was dying laughing.
this goes. Hassan is such a disingenuous bastard.
Oh, bro, what is the Zionism?
I don't know why Ben Shapiro's
Nobody
there.
cares. We're all here for the fucking circus of you having to defend the freak show of
Yeah.
Froken and Denims and all of these fucking jabronis.
Yeah.
And shit. So that's why we're here. We're not really here to discuss the nuance of Middle East geopolitics. No one's here for that.
Let me finish.
Well, you asked and I answered. Go ahead. You could go on a little bit more.
Okay, so hold on. Everyone is complaining about my volume on my side because we're using Zoom instead of Discord. So my fucking
Go ahead.
audio,
It's fine. Take your time to get the
my
audio.
audio
right.
keeps going up and down. Okay. So one of the first
Go ahead.
conversations that we had, you and I had, that led to the Leftovers podcast ending, was that you considered "From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan. You said
Well,
that
it is
Jews
because
feel-
what you're saying is that from the river to the sea, from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, all Jews will be removed. That's what that means, right? And the guy's not even willing to be honest enough about that. It's like, if that's your position, great. Stand by it and defend what it actually means instead of being a fucking coward.
Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation movement.
I don't like the slogan.
I know. I have
No,
more
no,
positions that
pardon
I
me.
disagree with them on
The video
after this
can
as
play.
well.
Be free. I think it's a bad slogan. I know the slogan from the 1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, and it's a bad slogan now because it has too much ambiguity. When you
So
say
Hassan is
from the
now-
river-
Someone's gonna hit me.
He's tagged in his most dangerous tag partner, the empty chair.
yeah, yeah.
And it's so disrespectful, by the way, and shows that he doesn't take this seriously, and he's just a disingenuous, bad faith actor. To while this guy's presenting evidence, to just straight up get up and walk away.
Yeah, exactly.
Me with the chair react.
to the sea,
Oh, and
Palestine will be
he
free.
calls it right out in real
The chair
time.
react.
Fucking felt it, Hassan. Felt it, buddy.
Obviously, a question arises. Okay, what happens to the Jews in that scenario?
That Palestine fucking
And
scarf.
some people will say, well, all it's about is everybody being free. But that's
I
not what
gotta
the slogan
ask.
says.
Has Hassan ever been to Palestine? Like, I don't think Hassan has ever even been to fucking Palestine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And if he really wanted to support Arab militarism or whatever, why did he dodge the draft in Turkey? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he really wanted to fight in the Middle East against Israel and support the interest of Arab nations, why did he dodge the draft in Turkey?
No. But in his most recent episode, 3 months ago, he was acting very serious about visiting Gaza, but he never went. But he's a millionaire. He doesn't want to go to Gaza.
So
Not a real political guy.
in recent weeks, I have voiced my concern that it's a bad slogan. And I said, just change it, tweak it. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And you can't answer that slogan.
And Hassan's laughing. He doesn't give a
because all you're talking about is equal rights for everyone. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And I've encountered
I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good in that from the river to the sea, Palestinians will be free, which I think is good. You're laughing at Norm.
Routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus, Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well, you're willing to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I literally, I'm not. It's not even my opinion. I have a disagreement
with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor.
What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I opposed it?
He doesn't say it is exterminationist.
When have I opposed it?
That's what people think.
When have I opposed it?
If you think that Norm Finkelstein would be in agreement with you in any way, shape, or form on any issue, please have a conversation with him.
He's literally in agreement with me, like verbatim.
Okay. No,
actually, even more.
You said it was anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hassan, do you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember me advocating against it?
If he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
Sure.
I believe in our conversation.
No, it didn't happen. You're lying.
You said it was anti-Semitic.
I said it's perceived that way by Jewish people. All right, let's move on. The Sabra tier list.
Now, does not believe it's an anti-Semitic
Very
slogan.
good. I'll ask him about it. Now, let me ask you.
Are you actually going to do that? Because that would be wonderful.
Yes, I'm going to talk to Norm. We'll have a great conversation about that.
Yeah, this part's really funny. That last part was like, okay, it's sort of all right.
From the
well,
river to the sea.
anytime they actually try and get into a serious political discussion, it's just pure retardation.
Yeah.
They're both out of their depth. And I just don't understand trying to LARP as a political intellectual when you really have no understanding of anything. It's just very strange, but
yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
No. It's my turn.
Okay,
you spoke, and now it's my turn.
You know what? You go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very gracious.
Well,
I mean, it's just a back and forth conversation, but you seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand. But
I don't know. The issue, my friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
Oh
no, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we see,
buddy, your personal cringe is more important than the genocide, buddy.
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you, pal. Nobody gives a about the genocide, buddy.
Seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great, right? So let me ask you this. Hold on, you said it's my turn to ask, so let me do that. Is it my turn to ask a question or what?
That there's a genocide. You already recognize that Israel is committing a genocide.
I can care about two things, Hassan. It's very important to acknowledge that.
Don't you think?
I can care about two things, my friend.
Incredibly narrow framework surrounding your own personal feelings.
I'm not that smart, but I can care about two things.
Okay, no,
even if one is more urgent than the other.
You think your own personal feelings born out of your misunderstandings is more important.
Did I say that?
Then
I said one is
actually-
more urgent than the other, referring to the genocide.
Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
recognize
man.
that
Hassan,
the genocide is a more urgent
Hassan,
issue.
please,
Hassan
let
is
me
like
ask a
you
question.
think, bro.
Almost all of your
Yes, very
commentary
good.
surrounding this issue
Very
on
good.
talking about your own personal feelings and how you've been wronged by people.
Very good. Let me ask you. So you claimed on.
Wait, can you answer that question?
No,
Does
Hassan,
that
you
make
asked your
sense?
question. It's my turn. I talked about how gracious you were, man. What happened?
Wait, but
I
does
said
that
you're
make
so
sense to
gracious.
you?
You're going to let me ask you a question. What happened?
Does that make
Don't
Don't
sense
make me
to
take
you?
it back. All right,
Does
let me
that
ask you a
make
question.
sense?
Hassan acting like his questions are gonna like fix this war or change
None
minds.
of this has any. None of this is
No.
ever going to have any effect on the war. It's all just a shameless grift. That's what it
Everyone
is.
walks in with a bias and they walk out with the exact same belief.
Yes.
Like, stop. Ethan's just trying to felt him here.
This section, fuck, H3 just destroys him. Just busts him up bad.
In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben
Mhm.
Shapiro is
Uh-huh.
not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Ding,
Oh,
ding,
stun
ding,
locked.
ding,
Whoa,
ding.
I'm gonna
answer
walk
the
you through this
question.
again.
What you're dodging?
I'm not iDUBBZ. And
Oh,
I'm
but
not
you can't
Trogan.
make value judgments suddenly on your friends who you've spent all this time defending.
No, because I don't care.
Well, I do.
I don't. Like,
I
this
think
is
it's great
so-
you don't
this
care.
is-
Why is Ben Shapiro there?
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also
probably
a
because he's
massive
Jewish?
fucking. What?
Because it's the most
'cause
two
he's
prominent,
Jewish?
most
Just
prominent
admit
Jewish.
it.
Because he's Jewish.
This is what bothers. She's like, yeah, because he's Jewish and we want to make fun of Jews. Like, just be honest.
If he said that, I'd
Just
go,
be
all right,
honest.
well, I don't, that's
Be
his,
honest.
that's his
The
choice.
fact that he can't even come to the king and say, in honesty, it's because he's a Jew. Just shows how dishonest and disingenuous he's acting in bad faith 100%.
Because also,
And it just
it'd
it
make
hurts
this-
all of his other points because he's just not willing to be honest at all.
Creators on
Do you
YouTube?
think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why he would be on this?
100% without a doubt, yes.
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
go ahead,
on.
take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks
No.
pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking
Oh!
stupid,
Well, tell
Ethan.
me then.
You look kind of dumb
So why
right
is Ben
now.
there?
You look kind of insane.
Okay, very good.
That's
Why is Ben
I'm having
there?
a hard time. Like, I don't know why.
even Hassan's fans know. Even
It's-
Hassan's fans, like, and do you think they would care if he admitted it? Do you think Twitch would care?
No.
Twitch doesn't give a
Well, maybe he's worried about losing advertisers or it looking bad for Twitch or whatever. but,
Oh,
you know, if he's
fuck.
about the revolution and he believes that the Jews stand in the way of that, he should go mask off and just explain it.
Yeah.
Just be real.
Frogan made this thumbnail. And
Why
I
is
don't
Ben
care.
there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail
Why is Ben there?
because he's a prominent defender of Israel.
You're
I
quick to
suspect.
say that Jews aren't the only
Oh.
Zionists, right? So why is Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro and F tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube? That's a coincidence, just like the swastika, huh?
Ethan,
These are two cosmic coincidences, eh?
Ethan,
Hassan, they're really stacking up.
Ooh.
the tier list that you're talking about. Let's first of all,
Oh no.
the tier list that we're talking about was literally designed by a Jewish content creator who you advocated to ban, and he got banned.
Very
His
good,
name
and
is
I'm glad he
Rafi.
did.
You
He
called him
definitely
a
deserved
token
it.
Jew. You called him a token
And
Jew.
I still stand by that. The man is just
Oh!
he's
so
spent
you think
he's
that
yeah.
Okay.
so you get to draw swastikas on PewDiePie, but Rafi can't say that there is a tier list here where Sabra
This is
hummus
Frogan's tier list. This is her-
the lowest. The Sabra hummus, liking Sabra hummus is the lowest tier,
Ben Shapiro.
and the highest tier is being
Okay, what if H3 drew a Palestine symbol? Would you be upset about it, Hassan? Oh, it
course
wouldn't
he
make
would not.
sense because he's not Palestinian, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
to get a Habibi pass. You,
horrible.
as a Jew, get to determine what other Jews are able to do. You're the Pope of the Jews, as Sam
I
Seeger
didn't
likes to
I'm
call
not
Ben
determining
Shapiro,
what they can
ironically
do,
enough.
but this
that
is
what's going on?
This is Frogan's bit. This is her stage.
By the way, man,
this is her
imagine
bit. I mean,
living in this microaggression world.
Oh man, and this is the thing is the standards are so ridiculous and so impossible to live up to. And you're just walking on eggshells 24/7, 365. And nobody can agree on the rules. And the rules are always changing. They're so nebulous and so arbitrary. There's new ridiculous rules all the time. And if you say the wrong thing, then it's over for you. You may as well be Richard Spencer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
May as well be Nick Fuentes if you dared step out of line one little bit.
I mean, you can say the Jewish dude is the fall guy and did everything,
Ethan,
but
can you
that's
tell
not
me-
true.
wait, so you get to draw swastikas, but Rafi can't even say Sabra hummus is dog
He
shit.
can say whatever he wants. I'm not
Oh, so
criticizing.
he can,
By the
but
way,
you're-
Sabra hummus is dog shit. It's putting it on a list of like meaning the Jewish person is garbage for being Jewish compared.
Isn't Sabra a Jewish company? So like it's another layer of attack. Isn't
Well,
it?
well, that's the point. Well, that's the joke, right? Is you're putting, yeah.
You're
you
gonna
think
call
that
him a
my
Coven Jew
criticism
for
is that he doesn't like Sabra hummus? Are you being serious right now? By the way, is that a beat? Hold on, what are you drinking?
This is great.
It's
This
a
part's great.
Dr. Pepper cream
Isn't that
soda.
who owns that?
I don't know, but it's not on the BDS
Are you
national
sure?
BDS list.
We'll double
Yes,
check.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, we'll double check that.
Bro,
It's
and
not about
so
Sabra
funny
hummus and like
because there are clips of Hassan being called out for drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
You know, on the street, he got called out for it. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I have to live my life. Da, 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 da. Okay, fine then. I'll just put it in a bottle then and you'll never know. And it's like, obviously, you're not in. You know, you're not in for this. You have no skin in the game on this conflict. You're not even willing to mildly inconvenience yourself. So fuck off with you.
And by the way, he's going to say here, he's going to go, oh, when that girl came up to me, it wasn't on the list yet. Okay, but how would she know it was on the list? You know what I mean? Like, it's such a lie, so disingenuous. Like,
let's not be obtuse.
Ethan, actually, the BDS one is actually pretty funny too, because like you've been, you consistently talk about how like I drink Diet Coke or whatever. When that fan came up to me and said stop drinking Diet Coke, it was not on the Palestinian.
It actually was. It actually was.
Yeah, of
I
course it
remember
was.
when that was played, it was on a Twitter with a video and then a picture on the right where it was someone screenshotted it. It clearly was.
He lies like he breathes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
everything says it's a fucking lie.
National
You should just go, I didn't know at the time. Just say that.
Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it was.
And ever since it
lying.
has
It
been on the
literally
official
was.
BDS list,
You're lying.
I have not drank Diet Coke or purchased any Diet Cokes at all.
You're lying. It was on the list.
Wait, what is
What? Yeah, it was on the list. You're lying.
Good, funny.
what was on the list?
Coke.
Buddy, could we just hear, like,
I'm surprised
I'm
he
going
didn't
back
just
here.
fall. Why didn't he just fall back on the cope that there's no ethical consumption under capitalism anyway?
exactly.
I don't even know why he didn't just fall back on that cope instead of lying like that.
But I want to really, really like show this here, where he's talking about the Diet Coke. And then Hassan knows he's talking about the Diet Coke. They're discussing the fucking list or whatever, right? And listen to this.
Palestinian National Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it
Okay, so they know what they're talking about. Diet Coke in the list, right?
was.
And ever since it
lying.
has been on the official
What?
BDS list,
Okay,
lying.
I
he's
have
still discussing it.
drank Diet Coke or
Right.
purchased any Diet Cokes at all.
Diet Coke. Now watch this.
Lying. It was on the
Oh.
list.
Wait, what is?
What? You said Diet Coke 5
Buddy.
times.
It's like, how can you pretend to be this stupid? Like, is he actually just this fucking stupid? This is such bullshit.
What list? The thing you've been just talking about for about 2 minutes now.
He looks so dumb. Like he thinks that this makes him look cool, but he just looks like an idiot.
You guys think he's that stupid? I think he's just fucking plain dumb.
Yeah, it was on the list. You're lying.
What was on the list?
What was on the list? We just said Diet Coke 14 times.
Coke.
Yes, it was put on the list, and I stopped purchasing Coke, and I stopped drinking Diet Coke.
You
even though I
said
love
you
Diet
know what's
Coke.
funny? You told her.
Because I think it's like
you remember?
Okay, but now his story's changing. Yeah, it was, and then I stopped. But the argument was you were drinking it.
What you told her, son?
significant.
You remember? Yeah, you remember what you told her? You said, "I'll just put it in a cup."
Yeah, no, I was joking with her because I thought that it was a ridiculous request at the
right.
time because it wasn't on the Palestinian National
Well,
It
Committee's.
actually
Let-
was.
like, let's be real. It is a ridiculous fucking.
It's so
thing.
stupid. It's so
It
dumb.
is ridiculous to begin with.
It's actually the dumbest. Listen, if you're Palestinian and you don't drink fucking Diet Coke because of that, you're
Listen,
brainwashed.
This is
Listen.
it's similar to people in Canada saying they're gonna boycott all American goods. It's like, good luck with that, bro. You're not gonna do that shit.
I'm not even joking. I know someone who's like that. Okay, a friend of a friend. He's like, I'm not gonna buy American goods. Da, 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 da. We were over at his house, and I look at his fridge. And I just like see cranberry juice. I go, "That's American." He's like, "Well, look, if I have to buy it, I'll buy it."
Yeah.
Wait,
it's
so
just-
hang on.
Official boycott, divestment, and sanctions list,
So
Ethan.
stupid.
Okay. It's not about Sabra hummus, just so you know. Like, let's
I'm
not be
listening.
silly
Wait,
about
what is
this.
it about?
It's about what's Sabra means a Jew born in Israel. It's an Israeli company. It's everybody knows it's like considered like Israeli hummus. It's been on the BDS list. Everybody knows the
it's
connotations
terrible.
of Sabra hummus,
It's
right?
so- it's
Nobody.
so doo-doo.
Yeah,
It
I
is
don't like
doo-doo
Sabra hummus either. We're not talking
Do we-
about hummus. What I don't
okay,
like is
okay, great. So
anti-Semitism
okay.
perpetuated by your friends and swept
Yikes.
by you. Now, why is Ben Shapiro in the F tier? That's a cosmic coincidence? Okay, let's move on. Very good.
Ethan,
Go ahead. Next
Ethan?
question.
crushed it.
again, I'm not
I
Frogan.
know it's
and I don't know
I know.
why.
How can I make value judgments on my friends I've been defending for 2 years?
Also,
Who can say?
there is a tier list in front of me, and it seems like a bunch of people, both
Ben
Jewish
Shapiro and me are in the
non-Jewish,
F tier.
on the Loves Sabra tier list.
You're looking at the end. I'm looking at the thumbnail, bro. I'm talking about the thumbnail.
I know, but I first of all, again, I'm making inferences about editorial decisions that other people have made. I'm just simply speculating at this point.
Sure.
But you know, it's
oh my god.
it's a
Are you not embarrassed
It's a
by this
joke.
armpit hair? It's so cringy.
Oh,
It's so weird. I'm
oh!
like,
That is
That
grime.
was by far the most damaging moment of the entire debate so far. That was like a straight jab that just shattered Hassan's nose right there. Just calling him right out on his cringe. Calling him right out on the carpet.
You know what that looks like? You remember when we zoomed in on Ralph's Gunt?
Yeah.
Isn't that the exact same image?
It's like the surface of Mars there or
It's like
something.
the same image.
how do you change that finally? On a separate note,
what?
I find it just so weird and bizarre that this was your thumbnail for so long. Also, ironically, wearing a Rolex hat, which is like probably the symbol of capitalist excess.
Ooh! Safa Hassan. Safa
That
Hassan.
was sharp.
The
That was
Rolex hat, buddy.
sharp. That was funny.
That's a
Yeah.
devastating
Yeah.
combo.
That actually was. That was good.
I got a
Cool,
free Rolex
dude.
hat from a friend of mine. I still wear it every
Yeah,
now
and
and
you're
then.
so. Oh wow, who knew? So anyway, Ben Shapiro
Wait,
was
I'm so-
accidentally
wait,
in
what-
the F
What
tier.
does this have to do with anything? What's going on, man?
Yeah,
What-
I know
what's
it's
happening?
confusing. It's very confusing for you. It's like a car
Yeah,
crash, I'm
there's
sure.
So why do you think there's a
So this
Jewish
is a
man in the
cosmic
A
mistake.
tier
Let's move on.
on the tier
That's
list.
the
If you think
thing
that
is,
it's like all
So far in this debate, in the half hour that it's happened, he's told more jokes than iDUBBBZ told in the entire hour-long content.
Yeah,
call.
yeah, exactly.
about anti-Semitism and
Do you think that
uh,
this is at least a bad coincidence?
No, I don't.
Well,
Oh my god! Like the fuck, I can't even.
Oh
It's just like-
man, can you just try and be like genuine in this conversation, even
all?
for a minute? Like,
at a time when there is unprecedented levels
yes,
of
I know. We
open,
can't talk
out
about
and
anything else. That's very
anti-Semitism,
convenient for you.
at a time when there's unprecedented levels of out and about anti-Semitism with incredibly prominent, oftentimes right-wing conservative figureheads actively talking about Jews.
I gotta
okay,
say,
in
like,
deeply anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitism is kind of like the left wing kind of usurped the issue, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, like traditionally it always was like an alt-right thing. But I gotta say, the most prominent anti-Semitic voices now are on the left, are they not? So I don't even know what point he's trying to make here.
Semitic fashion. you have lasered in on people that you can't even actually catch, quote unquote, dead to rights because they're not anti-Semitic.
Wait,
Well,
Ash,
they're not
Ash,
wearing a.
does that mean we can start going, hey, Hassan, you're a Nazi? Hey, it's the Nazi show. Are we allowed to say that now? Right? Because the left
I
wing
guess so.
would always say that about the right wing, you know?
Shirt
Want
that says
to
"I
make
hate
them-
Jews," but
it
they're walking
seems to
around
me- it
swastikas
seems to me
and
like
doing
you-
careless with Jews on the bottom. I mean, that's as
It
close as you
seems
can
to
pretty
me
much
like
get without them
you-
just saying "I
Big
hate
Sloy
Jewish
Vulcan,
people."
that's funny.
Eden, it seems to me like
And I
you
think you're
want
acting really
them
silly and
to be
obtuse right now. The
anti-Semitic.
guy who's all about microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minorities and
Ooh.
stuff, telling a Jewish man that he's
Ooh.
hallucinating anti-Semitism
Damn.
and won't even
I'm doing
concede
bad
that this
for
looks
him.
bad. Okay,
No,
fantastic.
you're hallucinating anti-Semitism in this
Oh
circumstance.
my
Very good.
I'm not saying
God.
anti-Semitism is not a prominent fixture of American politics.
Very good.
I actually do think that anti-Semitism
Hey, front page of Kick, let's go.
has
Let's go.
Very
exploded
brave
in
of you to say.
popularity
Very
in
brave.
American politics, especially.
Thank you.
So that's not my point at all. I'm saying you individually right now
So-
wish that these people were anti-Semitic.
I
So you're
really
trying to find
That's
anything you can hold.
that's a wild thing to say. You know, you wish they were anti-Semitic. Like, whoa, buddy. That's a pretty wild thing to say, man.
Hold on to.
It's really not a
But
stretch.
once again,
man.
none of those people are me. So I don't know why.
Let's stop with the
we've
value
devolved
judgment
the
thing. Like you can't make a
conversation
decision.
away
It sounds
from-
stupid as hell, dude.
Wait,
Let me
I
ask-
sound stupid as hell? What?
No, when you go, I can't draw. I'm not them. I mean, it's.
I mean, I don't know what you're asking me. What their genuine decision making?
Why would I want my
is,
best
and I don't
friend
know.
iDUBBZ to be
I can't tell you what their-
anti-Semitic?
What their
Why
process
would I
was.
want
But
my
I don't
best
think
friend
it's an
iDUBBZ to be
issue.
anti-Semitic?
Yeah. Yeah, great point, H3.
It
Why would I
doesn't, it
want that?
doesn't make any sense.
He's probably he's very disappointed, probably.
You think I enjoy my friends and people around me
Can I
being
be honest?
anti-Semitic?
Do you want me to tell you why?
I would love.
I don't think you're
to
gonna
hear-
like the
Yeah,
answer.
let's
this
hear
is
it.
gonna be good.
Let's
Go
hear
ahead.
this. Let's hear this.
Okay.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want-
yeah. Well, obviously, I said this out loud when I was watching this part because you want to be the victim, which basically is what he says here. Watch.
Everyone that has criticized you to be anti-Semitic,
Yeah.
so that it makes you feel better about your position. It's not your own personal positions that you have explained to people that come across like you're using anti-Semitism as a shield.
Okay, but here is the counter to this. Okay, is
Holy.
the initial reason why H3 was mad wasn't that he thought iDUBBZ was anti-Semitic. Is that iDUBBZ and Anissa, who was like best friends, best online friends, didn't come to the defense about the child stuff, the CPS
Yeah,
report or the child thing.
This is so hypocritical of Hassan, though, because this is what him and every other leftist does on
Exactly.
every issue:
Yes,
is cry and play the victim and act how offended they are.
the
even when it
microaggression.
doesn't exist. So it's straight out of your own playbook, bro.
Yeah, and the only reason he's bringing up the anti-Semitism thing is because the content cop was about the Israel-Palestine thing out of context, and then the Nazi sword, and then Anissa defending all these points and defending people, all this stuff. So let's not get it twisted here, Hassan.
The craziest point in this whole debate is when Hassan tries to criticize H3 for living in a mansion in Bel Air, when Hassan lives in a mansion in Bel Air. That was and he
I didn't
kept
see that
trying
part.
to.
I
and
must
he
have been
kept
napping.
He kept trying to go back to it and hammer it. I think it's probably like 3 hours in.
Yeah.
But he seriously thought that was an own when one of the biggest attacks on Hassan is that he's a champagne socialist that lives in a mansion.
Isn't his house like 13 million or something?
Yes.
I'll double check that.
to deflect criticisms against Israel.
This is
And that if they
what
are
an
actually out and
analysis.
about anti-Semites, that'll make you feel a little bit more
Patrick, is that
comfortable. Like
true?
you won the
That
argument. in your-
Hassan lives in West Hollywood? Really? He lives in the gay area? That's fucking jokes. buddy.
That's
Is that-
crazy.
oh,
I mean-
no, buddy. Not the WeHo, bitch. No, buddy.
Oh, wait.
No.
His house is 2.7 million?
He's gay.
It's 2.7 million? Oh, I thought it was a lot more.
your mind, and that your community would also finally go, oh yeah, you're right, you're a permanent victim in this situation.
Mhm.
But because there's an unimaginable amount of anti-Semitism everywhere online, it comes across as shocking that you
Yeah,
live
sorry, I'll correct myself. It was 2.7 in 2001. Now it's worth over 3 million.
in on what you perceive are dog whistles when they're very clearly not even dog whistles at all. And I'll give you an example of this. Something that you did that I found very funny was you tweeted, or you don't tweet, sorry. You Instagram posted about my Theo Von podcast appearance.
Sure did.
My Theo Von podcast appearance where you were like, oh, I can't believe Theo Von didn't actually ask him about his like dangerous anti-Semitism or any number of different things.
Theo Von is a comedian. I like Theo Von. He's funny as f. He doesn't know what's going on in this world.
Where did we get this idea? I guess it came from Joe Rogan that comedians are the new philosopher kings, and that their opinions on politics are really important when they may as well be the most worthless opinions that you ever wiped your ass with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Theo is just like this funny, goofy comedian, and you could say anything to him, and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Well, that's like the time that, and then you make a joke like
in the conversation, including I think you talked about Rick Scott. Now we did actually talk. Theo Von and I did actually talk
Let's
about
pull
Rick
that
Scott.
clip up,
I'm sure you didn't
Hasan.
see that.
yeah, the
Yeah,
whole.
but
You're
hold
right.
on.
You're right too. Like Ash, the whole Joe Rogan's like, oh, comedians, we're not like you people. Like, shut the f up.
Let me finish. But what I found very strange about that was the fact that Theo Von, and I didn't even know this at the time, the day prior to me, had actually interviewed Candace Owens. I think you and I both agree that Candace Owens is an anti-Semite, right?
So
I think
funny.
that he was on that 1-2 punch.
Okay.
What? Bow, bang.
Do you think
You hit him
do
with
you
that
think,
anti-Semitism, boy.
No, Ethan.
I think
As
he
your
was
former
on a
podcast
vibe.
co-host, as your former podcast co-host, do you think
This is so funny.
that I am anti-Semitic, one? And if I am, if you think I am, do you think I'm as anti-Semitic as Candace Owens?
So, yes, I think you're anti-Semitic at this point. I'm comfortable saying that. Are you
At
as
this
anti?
point.
Well, let me
Can
finish.
Okay,
Let
then
me
let's
finish.
move
You
on
asked
from
me two
Trogan.
questions.
So good.
No,
What
you
do you
asked
think I'm
me.
doing that's
I actually respect what Ethan's about to say here. Watch this.
Hold the
anti-Semitic.
phone. You asked me two questions
It's great.
together. I'm going to answer both. You said, do you think I'm anti-Semitic? After talking to you so far today, I can say unreservedly yes. Do I think that you are more anti-Semitic than Candace Owens? No. But I think your form of anti-Semitism is way
Those
more
ticks are crazy,
destructive
bro.
and sinister.
Yeah.
Candace Owens is
So you
outright.
think I'm
Hold on
anti-Semitic
there,
now?
Hasan.
This
This
part-
is an
this
important
part's great.
question.
You think I'm anti-Semitic now? Because 2 days
I'm
ago
gonna
you said I
answer.
wasn't.
I'm gonna answer.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Your
Or
form of
yesterday, I think. Or 2
anti-Semitism
days ago?
is way more insidious because it's silent, it's tricky. She's out there just saying what she believes, and I respect her for
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. And that's the thing where Hasan, whoa, that might have to be a sticker. Let's get 10 subs for that sticker. That's crazy, bro. He's on drugs.
But Ashton, this is what I was saying about Hasan. I wouldn't like Hasan, but I would at least respect if he was like, yeah, f you with a Nazi sword. What are you going to do about it? Cry about it? I'd be like, all right, well, he doesn't give a f. At least you can respect someone for like just being straight up. But Hasan, because he's so sneaky and snaky and obviously lying, it's like, do you think we're all retards? Do you think we don't know what you actually mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And it was the same thing with Fuentes and his whole irony, bro, bullshit. from the
Exactly.
past. Like, everybody knows what this is. Stop trying to pretend you're tricking people, right?
yes, or when Ralph was trying to be sober, pretend, and we all knew he was drunk. It's like, look, I would respect Ralph more if he was like, "F you, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna drink. I'm not gonna be sober.
Yeah.
What am
Who
I?"
gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
I'd be like, all right, well, he's a drunk druggie, but he doesn't give a f. Like, there's ways to like say things because just don't care. Who cares?
This is just out there. Nobody knows that they.
Well, someone said I was a genius. Thank you.
What's his stance on Israel?
Mhm.
Candace Owens' stance on Israel. But you're tricky. What you do is deny the heritage of Middle Eastern Jews, stuff like that. You accuse them of being always the oppressor,
What?
always. Everything. And by
These H3 stickers are tripping me out. Now they're like,
You're pretty well. And Pig Riser for 5 subs.
they're kind of a little bit too much, aren't they? They're kind of like,
No, they're pretty keen.
they're like, they're so
twist.
twisted. Stop, guys.
the way, you spent the first part of this debate
Thank
Um,
you guys. Appreciate it.
calling
Big
me
riser.
insane for what I think most people would perceive as blatant, obvious anti-Semitic
I think-
acts.
I don't think most people would.
Like, what is he doing? Like, you can't even replicate it if you try. I tried. Did I nail it?
Look at this, guys, on YouTube. Look at this. These stickers that we have to look at now for the entirety of our show. Oh fuck! Hang on. There we go. Okay.
Look at what you're doing right now. And
Let's
think
not
that
worry
this
about
is a
that.
sign of mental sanity.
Well, we'll have time to pull the audience
It's like a
afterwards. So let's
sanity
continue.
Okay.
For H3, like Hassan's entire strat during this is to get H3's sanity meter to bottom out. I'll tell you this, by the end of this, I think both of their sanity meters completely bottom out when they just start hollering, especially Hasan. They're both hollering, but Hasan just starts screaming for like 3 minutes straight about Anne Frank, and it's just wild.
The Anne Frank debate.
Bro, it's
All
like
right,
talking
well-
about whether Anne Frank should have been a super soldier or not. Hassan's like, Anne Frank should have picked up a rifle. It's just crazy.
No way. Is that what the debate
No,
is?
fuck, the debate becomes about whether or not Anne Frank should have been a gangster bucking at the Fuhrer or whatever. Like,
In pieces of
Bro,
it.
that's crazy. Do you see the resemblance?
oh, he cooked him. He cooked him. Oh no,
Oh, my
he's
God.
hurt. He's hurt, Joe.
Resemblance?
What?
Like the fucking.
Oh no, Hassan.
The Beetlejuice guy? Yeah.
Oh
That's-
fuck, man.
You're this guy from Beetlejuice. In this photo, you have like the same coat and shit.
He's
Yeah.
rock.
Heck, it's
Yeah,
No,
that's-
all he
you
can
are a
do
comedian.
is say,
I sure am, buddy. I see you laughing.
brutalized.
All right, anyway,
Bro, why is
so
his head doesn't fit his body though? It looks ridiculous.
He's way
Oh,
too wide
man.
on the shoulders there.
What is he doing?
There's a point where you look goofy. Like his head's too small. Yeah.
Oh
You
my
accused me
God.
of misrepresenting what happened. Let's play the clip.
Right? $800 billion of Medicare and Medicaid that they want to cut. Mike Johnson goes on stage, says, goes on Caitlin Collins on CNN and says, oh, there's a lot of fraud happening. There's not fraud happening in Medicare and Medicaid on the point of the
Theo Vaughn
recipients.
saying this.
It's ridiculous.
If you're saying this to Theo Vaughn, you may as well be talking Chinese to him. He's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
yeah."
It's happening on the point of the providers.
Right.
And that's why I got banned recently on,
No
on
way.
Twitch yesterday because
Sorry
I saw
about
you
that
got
one
banned.
day.
I saw
Yeah.
you just got back.
yeah, Libs of TikTok was like posting about how I said something.
Wait, what is this?
And they misconstrued it as though it was a call to action to assassinate a sitting
Wait, why are you
US
showing
senator.
me this?
Well,
'Cause I-
you're saying I didn't bring this up, but I'm
Oh
saying that Theo
my,
didn't bring
it
this
was
up. He didn't. You brought it up,
misconstrued.
framed it in your
Sure.
own way to basically
No,
preempt
Ethan,
a tough question.
Ethan,
It's not.
Yeah.
Ethan, I said on the Instagram story that you posted about me, Dan, can you switch it back to Ethan?
Don't switch it back, Dan. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That's
I'm switching it back.
Okay.
1 second.
all right. Thanks, Dan.
I know, man.
This looks ridiculous on
It
my
sure
end.
does, buddy.
I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, this was and
it's not just 'cause of the video.
The post as well, but the post I was referring to was make sure Theo knows how you feel about hosting a terrorist adjacent content creator, and I believe there was another post about it or something.
Terrorist
but,
adjacent content creator.
He had Candace Owens on. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like that's a little bit more
Yeah.
damaging in terms of spreading potentially anti-Semitic narratives, or
No.
do you think that anti-Semitism is when you feel bad personally, and that could be any number of different things that I've done in any given moment?
Yes, I think you were just as bad as her in your own special way, and that's why.
You
and
think I'm
you guys
just
were
as
hitting that
bad
same
as Candace
flavor.
Owens
Yes.
on anti-Semitism
Yes.
in my own special way?
Awful,
Yes.
Hassan.
Okay, got it.
Very
All right,
good.
Cool.
Very good. So let me ask you a question. Hassan, can I ask you a question?
Can you now officially not talk about like Frogan or anyone else and tell me why I'm anti-Semitic?
Well, we're
Because
kind of
yesterday,
getting
2
there.
days ago, you said I wasn't, but
I already-
also for a
You're
year,
repeating yourself.
well, I am, because you haven't answered this question.
I have literally
2 days
answered
ago,
it
you said I
probably
wasn't
2 times.
anti-Semitic.
The reason
For
that
a
I'm saying you're
year-
anti-Semitic
for
is
a
because how you
year-
responded to my question at the beginning of this interview.
Ethan, for an entire year, you called me a virulent anti-Semite,
No,
a rabid anti-Semite.
never did.
You did. You did.
Did
You went
not.
back and forth
I have
on
actually
it.
went back and checked
you on it.
I had said
Even-
that you've spread anti-Semitism and stuff, but I never called you an anti-Semitic. I went back and checked.
So
You're
I was
lying.
just simply spreading
Yeah,
anti-Semitism.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difference.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, can I ask you a
Tier
question?
list is about Habibi, not Saber. You're conceding to the framing. Yeah, we're not conceding to anything. I don't want to even talk about the tier list anymore. Stop it. Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, my turn. Do you think it's
all right, your
appropriate to accuse? Do you think it's appropriate to accuse any Jewish person you disagree with of working with the ADL?
No.
Here,
I don't,
for example, is someone using it
Are you
anti-Semitically.
saying that Ethan Klein and ADL in unison?
Hassan, let me finish. You're
got
getting
people
ahead of yourself,
deplatformed, then
buddy.
Yes, I do. I do think that that's
You're getting
that's
ahead
a
of
valid
yourself,
thing
man.
that's a valid thing to not only speculate, but also
Hold
I
the
stand on that
phone.
for sure.
Hassan,
Here we
I'm
go.
getting there. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. Here's an example of it being used in an anti-Semitic way. I'm sure you'll agree. Timeline on that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I heard you're in
Who
the
is this?
ADL.
What is this?
This is your fan who ran up on me on Rodeo.
Oh, this
Who
guy.
the fuck is this guy? My fan?
Yeah,
Yes.
This
you remember.
wait, is this the
wait,
guy?
yeah, you remember.
Wait. No, this is the guy that you claimed was my fan, right? He was calling me the fucking
I mean, there's a clip
S-slur
of being
on
like,
the time. He's
yo,
not
I
a
love
fan.
this dude. Anyway, who cares if he's your fan or not?
No.
The point is,
Hold
no,
on,
it doesn't.
hold on.
This part
No.
was
You brought-
very weak because this guy trolled both of them, by the way. So it was sort of like,
this
okay.
It doesn't
up.
matter.
And
I'm
I
showing
believe
him
this is
as
not
an
the first time
example
you
of
brought
you.
this dude up. It does matter. It
Okay,
does
fine.
matter.
He's
You
not a
brought him
fan.
up.
I don't care.
You
Listen,
brought him up. Wait, what do you mean you don't care?
if I brought
Now
him
you don't
up,
care.
Hassan, if I brought him up, let me finish
that
my
person is
point.
not a fan of mine.
Save
why
it.
did you make it seem like that person
Hassan.
was a fan of mine then?
Let me get to there. Okay,
Fuck.
you asked me.
No,
It's
get
my
there
turn
right
to
now.
ask a question.
The level of kvetching back and forth and
Yeah.
just being so offended, like they're both just oy veying Spider-Man-ing each other, like straight up, bro. Like,
Just because
Why
I
do you
brought
think
him
this
up
random
doesn't give
fucking
you the
guy is a
space
fan
to
of mine,
interject.
Ethan? Is it because he rolled up to me
Let
and
me
tried
finish.
to fucking clout farm? Is that why?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll say
Okay.
this is like the first proper misstep by Ethan. But, you know, it's not going to all be gold because it's 5 hours. So,
Thank you very
Hassan
much.
was very clearly
Hassan has his moments,
Yeah.
but I just feel like both of these guys are both thoroughly discredited in terms of ever being taken seriously. Like,
oh, dude.
this is such a fucking circus sideshow. You
It
know
really
what I'm saying?
is. It really is. This fucking sticker of Ethan's face is.
Disturbed by his presence?
Hassan,
Is
I
that
think
why?
you know where I'm going, and I think you're scared.
You're scared.
Yeah,
Ethan,
let me-
can you answer the question?
let me-
Why did you falsely claim that this fucking
Because it's
random
on
dude
video
who
saying
does
he
not
loves
like
you, that you're
faith
his favorite
is a
person in the
fan
world.
of
What do you
mine?
mean?
Wait.
All right, Hassan,
Didn't
here you go,
use
buddy.
him approaching
Here
you?
we go. You wanted it.
Didn't
I've
you
got
use
it.
him
Bro, I love
approaching
you.
you?
Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so
I
sweaty, bro.
love you.
I'm so
I
sweaty.
love you, bro.
I love you,
I
bro.
have
I feel like
to
this
be.
is
You're
an
like you're my
environment
hero,
of,
bro.
You're the goat.
You're
For me?
the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Wow, how crazy.
You look gay in that.
I'm
photo.
fucking. Is this another? Is this another
Did you
hysterical
say he looked
delusion?
gay?
Yes, it is. And I'm
Oh
going to
my
explain to you
God.
exactly why. Because
Wow,
we spent a
dude, I
good
love
deal
you.
of
You're the
the
goat,
encampment.
bro.
We
Hold on,
spent a
I gotta
good deal
look
of our
gay.
time in the encampment. If you watch the unedited full live stream, we spent a good deal
I've
of the
seen it.
entirety of the encampment running away from him
Well,
because he kept
listen.
trying to ask me dumbass fucking questions.
Okay, but that's
for
got
his
nothing to do with
own
he's a fan.
Dumbass
Listen,
for his own
Hassan,
dumbass
please.
podcast.
You're derailing
I-
this, and I need to
I'm not
make
derailing it.
You
it's not called
absolutely are.
derailing when I'm telling you I was there and I'm telling you
Okay,
the situation.
Very good.
You are nefariously making it seem as though this person is a massive
Do I
fan
need
of
to
mine.
play the clip
He was just
again?
trying to cloud chase.
I'll play it again. You know.
I just,
Fuck.
You can play.
I gotta say, I just love seeing both of them this uncomfortable and this pressed,
yeah.
where they're both like talking over each other and just this salty. Like, it's just beautiful to watch.
I love
Beautiful.
how no right wing people had to step in and give their, just like, just sit back, watch, relax, grab a drink, you know?
Move again.
Oh my
good.
God,
Yo,
bro,
I had
I love you.
subtitles.
Hassan, can I give you a hug?
Can you
I'm
play
so
the
sweaty,
Can you
bro.
play
I
the
love
clip
you,
where
bro.
he
I'm so sweaty.
openly
I love you,
admits he
bro.
doesn't know who I
I have
am
to
and
interview
asks
you. You're like
people
my-
around?
you're my hero,
Because that
bro.
also
You're my hero, bro. I love you.
You're the coolest guy in the world.
You're the
bro.
coolest guy in the world.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
I think I look gay in that one.
3, 2,
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yes, sir.
Ethan.
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 Mm-hmm. You okay?
If you think he was a fan of mine, why'd you call him a Sneeko fan when you interviewed him?
Because he's both. I mean, surely there's
God.
crossover.
There's a crossover.
Do I need to play the video again?
Okay,
I'll
well,
do it again. Fuck it.
My
Yeah.
producer
I'll
and my
play it
camera
again.
on March. My producer and my
He's
camera on
playing
March
it again.
I'm so sweaty, bro.
Nurse, he's playing it
And
again.
he's in the chat right
I have
now.
to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay.
Listen, he might not be a fan, but you can't
Oh
accuse
my
me of being
God.
delusional for saying that.
You are delusional.
Okay, very good. I'm delusional. Let me get to my point, please.
This really is a circus, dude.
It's the Safa circus.
Safa circus. Like,
Safa
oh
leftist.
my
You're
God.
the circus now, bish.
Ethan,
This is like
Ethan.
This is like an old gay couple in West Hollywood having an argument about their gayness for real. Someone said that in chat. It's so true. Two old
So
queens.
I'm not even asking you to endorse this guy. I'm just simply showing you.
I don't endorse him.
I know you
and
don't.
He's not a fan of mine. So why did you claim that he was a fan of mine? Because he
I'll
fucking
play it
clout
again.
chased.
I mean, I feel like we're running in circles, but I'll play the
at a
clip
fucking
again.
Palestinian encampment. That's why. That's all it takes for you.
Bro, he's casting
No, it was when he said,
spells
"You're the
with his
goat. You're my
hands.
hero. I
Oh,
love."
He's casting spells.
I think it's funny now. Before it was like weird. Now I'm like laughing whenever I see him do it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He didn't know who I was. He was just
I
saying
love
that so
when he looks up. He's
he could fucking ask for
He
an
literally
interview for his
recognized
podcast,
you.
for his PUA podcast.
Okay, who cares? I don't care. So let me
Wait,
move
now
on.
you don't
Do you
care.
want to talk about this
It
for
seems
2
like-
hours, or do you want to actually
It
have a
seems like
conversation?
this is a wait. Well, hold on. You can't just say you don't care all of a sudden when you look like a fucking asshole for
I'm
falsely claiming that some random
I'll play
person
it
who
again.
stalked you is a fan of mine. You
Yeah,
said
I
heard
he
you
was
talk
a
about
fan of mine in.
Can you imagine getting this upset over the idea that this guy somebody said he was a fan of yours? It's like, okay, like, is that really the most outrageous claim possible to kvetch like that?
yeah.
It's like, okay, you say he's not your fan. Let's fucking move on
You-
then. He was wrong, but
But you can't like. All Hassan has to go. Even if he was my fan, I don't control everyone who watches me. The end. Move on.
I believe in
Okay,
your,
I
in
lied,
one of your
yeah, I
videos.
The
lied.
idea that you're responsible for who watches you and you have to like keep tabs on everyone is like that's such a stupid
Right
argument.
about
He
him
was
being a
of
fan.
mine, and I was sending harassment
I
your way.
concede. Yes, very
Don't
good.
you think that's a big point of contention? Don't you feel like
I
this is a big point of
concede.
contention?
Okay,
I
he-
concede.
He concedes. He lost.
I want to show you an example of.
Do you see my side of this though?
I think
Because like
no,
a
you're being dishonest.
a random Sneeko fan comes up to me,
A random Hassan
wants the
fan
clout
comes up
chase,
to you.
and you, wants the clout chase, and you turn around and you say that he is a fan of mine to prove a point, to make a false point that to imply that I'm sending people to harass you.
That's
Do you
not what I
feel like
implied.
that's appropriate?
That's at
You see with Sneeko, Kanye made him shave his head.
yeah, I did see that. I probably should have thrown that in. That's so cocked, bro.
It's so cocked.
total
man.
lie. I have never accused you of anything of the sort.
This part of the debate I didn't see, so it's fresh to me. And so
Okay.
I don't know how good it is or not. Right now, we're kind of hitting a lull in this debate. I want to see them be even more catty, even more bitchy, even more gay with each other.
Wait, there's a whole hour.
Oh, the whole hour about. You know what? Just skip to the start of the segment. Yeah, let's get into.
You want to do this? What's out of context?
Okay.
Name one thing. Go ahead, read the chat. Someone will send you on Discord.
No. I have it readily available.
Well, I'll
No,
wait.
no.
One of the major points that you made that I've seen through other
It
people's
was-
coverage of it
crazy,
so
man. I
far.
said, how did these two become famous? Like, it's-
Well, we know with Hassan, it was because he was a Nepo baby. He was
Yeah.
Chenk's nephew. His father was very wealthy and well connected, and that's why he has a career. Yeah.
And H3's edited videos were pretty good from back in the day. I'll admit that they were good.
H3 was
that-
early,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
at least he did put in some work.
yeah.
I
He,
deny
he
rape.
actually kind of got me making those kinds of videos. Like that's where I started doing react videos. Was because of H3. To be fair,
happening on October 7. Okay. that I deny rapes happening on October 7th. There's a clip of you when you first encounter
Oh my God, here we
that
go.
statement where you are actually understanding of my position until your wife stops you and says, that's inappropriate. You literally say, oh, he's saying the likelihood of happening does not justify genocide, which you agree a genocide is happening.
Uncontested.
Ever since then, though, months later, you still chose
Her
to
name is
use that
Hila, by
clip
the way,
and-
Hassan.
Pause. No, folks.
Ooh.
I predate H3 by 7 years. But I didn't do react videos. I was doing like skits and shit. Like he was the guy that, yes.
No, I
seconds
don't know
long
why
out
you
of
refer to her as
context.
my wife. I find that a little chauvinistic, frankly. You know who she is. You know her well. You've begged for Teddy Fresh from her many times. So, like, yeah, you know who she is. You've written her emails
Hila.
asking for clothing. Her name is Hila.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
So
yeah,
why don't you
that's
say
fine.
that? What?
Bro, that's so catty. These two old queens are going at it, buddy. Oh man, this is Kino. He's begging for clothes so he can look cool. Ooh.
Okay.
Who goes, oh, your wife? Like, she's not. She has no. She's just like, oh.
I wasn't. Can you respond to what I
Yes,
was saying?
absolutely. With great pleasure.
Why
I
is
will
Say
it
her
that-
name.
Why is it that
Because,
you
Hassan,
initially understood
that was
the full
one
context until Hila stopped you
Very
and
good,
said,
he
no,
said
no,
it.
no.
Oh!
He said the name. Your wife.
Oh man.
I'll answer. Would you like me to answer? That's one example of many.
Put my
Seeing
wife's
your response
name
in
in
the
your mouth.
totality of all the responses
Say her name.
shows that you do deny the rapes that happened on October 7th. In
In the
fact,
totality of all my responses.
you had promised me,
You
and
deny the
I know you lied to me, that you would watch the context puke with me. So why don't we pull up that bit there?
Oh,
and
yeah,
we
I
can
like
see-
how this is the mainstream of YouTube now. It's just discussion.
arguing about well, it's Ian was the raped, but he's so like fallen off and degraded that now Hassan is becoming the
But it's just so fun. It's like the two mainstream guys are having a 30-minute discussion.
Welcome to the YouTube meta. Today I'll be walking you through how to best exploit this new and emerging market for content creation.
I'll say this: YouTube has been a bit more lenient as of late. So
see how out of context it is.
Boom. Do it.
Great. Someone pulling that, Dan? How you doing? I'm waiting for the link. You good?
Am I going? That we had where I am trying to gently nudge you in the direction of sanity. And
Ethan, I
you're
want you to
still-
really understand. You're crazy. You're crashing out. You're hallucinating, my friend. Come sit over here. You know what I mean?
This is so
don't
keto.
ignore the swastika. Ignore the accusations of working with the ADL with no credibility. Ignore the tier list with fucking Ben Shapiro and Ethan. Come sit here. You're hallucinating. Oh, thank you so much for. You know what? Thank you, Hassan. That's so kind of you. How fucking genuine of you to take off the baby gloves. You fucking liar.
I mean, this is.
Ooh.
This
You
is
are
Let's
pro.
go. He
Where's
just
the
fucking
where's the link?
spited him there, buddy.
Oh.
Fight back! Fight back! Hassan's taking it. Oh, he's turtling Joe.
The reason, for the record, the reason why I don't like to bring Gila into the conversation is because I'm
By the way,
addressing my.
He's about to say that he goes, I don't want to bring Hila into the conversation. A few hours later, your wife's a terrorist and she went on a raid. It's like, whoa, buddy.
concerns with you, and I don't think that it's appropriate for me to, extend
Well, you
the
just,
lens of
I mean,
criticism
that's a
to
little
other
silly
people.
considering you're like, well, actually, it was Hila who influenced your opinion, the evil IDF lady. Here's, anyway,
Okay,
was nuts.
while we're
That
waiting for the clip.
no, I got
was
it. Deny
nuts.
the,
Well,
the
okay.
violent that took place. That is way beyond the
Whoa.
pale.
Hold on, I'm grabbing another soda, but I'm hearing you.
I gotta ask,
There is one.
is there a form of rape that isn't violent? Is it necessary to add violent onto? It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Buddy, he just straight up got up and left because he's refusing to watch it. It's
Well,
crazy.
Well, he says,
You know-
"Oh, I could hear it. I could hear it."
Buddy, H3 should force him to sit back down before he hits play.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Instance in captivity
Chair react.
that we have.
I'm not going to let you chair react to me,
Chair
buddy.
react.
You grab that
Chair
Dr.
react.
Pepper. I'll wait.
No, I said I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I was just grabbing another soda. Go ahead.
On the pail.
I says Hasan, he's taking a lot of abuse. Like
yeah.
insults, fucking just backhanded shit. Like he's just fucking bending over and
He's
taking
it. Big
like
time.
holy.
Big time.
There is
Speaking of
one instance in
Did you put a
captivity.
Hamas headband on me?
I sure did.
There is one instance in captivity that we have
Bro, I
actually
just
gotten
paused.
verifiable.
I gotta say, like, this is a grown man wearing a pearl necklace. Like, I know that that's the fashion today, but for me, it's
No,
like
it's not.
gay alert,
it's not.
gay alert, gay alert.
no.
Beyond that, the systematized mass that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it
yeah.
over and over and over again.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly
I can't see myself, by the way,
as
if you're
I
showing
said,
my
Oh, you're
reaction.
giggling. You're
Israel
giggling.
had
It's so
a right,
funny.
has a right to
No,
defend
I'm not
itself.
giggling.
You
I'm
sure
freezing.
are.
Bro, what?
He's felt it. Like
Ooh.
he's fucking felt
This
it.
is
The rapes
not a
that
good
Hamas-
look for his son.
What does he say later? This is good. All
Well, see, this is, Josh brings up a good point where he goes, dude, there's no way a bunch of military men are going to abduct a bunch of women and not them. Like, this whole, like, argument, it's like, this happens in every war. But Hasan's going to try and pretend that there were no rapes that ever happened. And he's going to try and say, it's just crazy. He tries to say that once a body is dead, there's no way to prove that they've been raped, which is not true. It's just so blatantly false. I can't believe he said it. But we'll get there.
Hamas do? What are you talking
What
about?
did
The
Hamas
Stop
do?
Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has
You know that-
committed
That's
Bro,
something you go to
They,
a lot.
of
Notice
course,
that?
they like Josh is right. It's like they're fucking like, dude, come on,
Buddy,
let's.
we have body cam footage up because these guys filmed like on October 7th.
Yeah, it was just
them
horrific.
raping the Israeli civilians. Like,
Oh yeah, but we know, guys, the Palestinians are the most upstanding. They follow all Geneva Convention laws, right, Ash? They're
yeah.
very respectful to
they're
women.
they're just kind and cuddly.
Yeah,
terrorists.
they're the. Come on, dude.
Call
What?
people mentally ill. Find that odd. Probably should revise that. I don't know if that's kosher for leftist values.
horrific acts of
I'm
sexual
not exactly
violence.
you know, I'm not exactly doing a lot of stuff that's kosher for leftist values in
Oh, okay.
general. but I don't really.
So you have no problem weaponizing mental health. I
Yeah,
don't.
when someone is hallucinating, I think it's appropriate to say that.
By your
yeah.
authority, I will
Hallucinating.
decide who's.
This is why I get mad.
This is wild, dude. Just stop.
Yeah. Look at this. JQ says, very funny name. I'd be surprised if the people in the army didn't, to be honest. Like,
Who's hallucinating? Hasan.
Men and girls.
Watch this.
horrific acts of
Ethan,
sexual
can you,
violence
Ethan,
and took
Hasan, I am so sorry. You promised that we would watch this. I pulled it up. Now sit silently and enjoy.
Okay, but I got
Hamas
the saying that, like,
horrific
you're
acts
showing
of
clips
sexual
of me.
violence
You're showing clips of
and
me
took
saying that
Women
someone
and girls,
is.
men and boys
Wait, what?
slaughtered
I love how he just plays the clip through him talking.
during sexual violence.
Yo, this zoom in, it looks like a Star Wars creature.
This is a nearly 40-year-old man. Like,
Look,
whoa.
look at the zoom in, it's a Star Wars creature with like a fucking.
Doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other.
Whoa. What he said there?
And like, that doesn't
This day for the Jewish people.
doesn't matter if happen on October 7th. Like that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Whoa, man, that's just like a crazy thing to say.
That's psycho.
Does he really think that helps his cause?
Yeah, but then he's gonna cry about Zionists and fucking killing civilians. Oh, but like,
That's very fucking unhinged.
what if
buddy.
H3 said, "Oh, that doesn't affect me this much"?
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. There you go, Hassan. What do you got?
it didn't happen.
Whoa!
Commentary,
Did
by the way.
Hassan just
Okay.
double down on Pixar? It didn't happen. Is that
Yeah,
what he's about to do?
Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. There you go, Hassan. What do you got?
Pixar didn't happen.
That's
Great commentary, by the way. Okay.
I mean,
so-
it's pretty apt.
Okay. So let's
Okay,
talk about it.
okay.
Let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it. Okay, so when a woman claims rape, just don't believe her. You have a picture?
That's
oh
what
no.
Hassan is saying, right?
Oh, you don't have a picture. Okay, then you were. Please, can we stop it here, guys?
You did actually. I'm surprised. You did actually show the.
But
the,
don't believe all women, of course. By the way, don't, because a lot of them are fucking psychos who try to ruin your life.
my findings on the UN committee report that came out.
The one that you
was
misrepresent continually,
I
that you
did
fucking
misrepresent
continually
the UN
lie about the
preliminary
conclusion.
report. Wait, what did I misrepresent about the
Go
UN
ahead, you tell
preliminary
me.
report?
Tell me what it said.
The UN preliminary report was not an investigative report.
He's
for
going to
example,
his Discord. You can tell his eyes shifted over to the Discord monitor, and he's trying to filibuster until his Discord can get him the appropriate talking points. Guaranteed.
The preliminary report here. That is
the investigative report that came out about
Really?
Israel's
Right.
systematized sexual assaults that was 49 pages long.
Horrible. What a horrible thing that was.
Yeah. No,
Unironically.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Just unacceptable.
The level of evidence in a preliminary report is only enough to actually create an actual investigation. The problem is Israel has denied an actual investigation to
God.
take place. Israel has told the United Nations that they are not allowed to do an actual investigation and to simply
Hassan,
listen
If you don't think rapes happen, you're retarded.
to what they have to say. Now, not only is Israel,
there are literally
you know,
women
let's
who
be
have
real.
said,
Do
I
you
was.
like the Israeli government lies?
We have to have this official, like the fucking Palestinian FBI and
I can't believe he's even contesting this stuff. Can't he just say the rapes were bad?
yeah, the were bad. Anyone who did that is a
You
piece
know,
of shit.
These,
You know?
weren't good tactics, but this is a brutal war, and in war, these sort of things do happen. It doesn't make it right, but this is the situation. Da, da, da.
Exactly.
Do you? I mean, all governments lie. I'm not going to defend Israel. Though.
I agree.
You said,
I agree.
You said,
But
you
Israel,
said there's
Israel
women that
certainly
come out
lies
and
a
said,
lot,
I
right?
was.
What?
There are women on the record, on video,
Women.
saying I was.
Dude, what?
Like you're saying? Wait, you're saying there are multiple
What? Yes, you heard what he.
women that are on the record saying I
Yes.
was.
Yes.
There is, as far as I understand,
Well, you should
one
look-
instance
Well, of
in
course,
captivity.
as far
It
as
is
you
not
understand, because you don't give a
systematized
fuck
lies.
about the real.
Instance. One instance. Stop,
Buddy,
Hassan.
this is so
What are we
disingenuous.
talking about? There was
Oh.
one, just one. Well, will you condemn the one? Well, it was in captivity, bro. Does that justify it?
Directed by Hamas.
Come on,
What?
man. Everybody gets one.
Of course, that's as far as you can conclude because you don't give a fuck about the truth. You just
Wait,
want to do propaganda.
Ethan,
remember?
Ethan.
Hassan, please calm down.
Okay.
You're getting worked up.
Oh,
I don't know why you're
he's
behaving
now,
in such
buddy.
a childish manner when we
He's
are
getting
actually
bent
talking about
over.
finally
Aren't
some
you see, like,
serious
the
stuff.
gaslighting, by the way, that H3 is acting childish when Hassan has been like, what? Oh, dude, like, I don't know, dude. Like, what? Like, you're ill, bro. What? The entire time, just acting like a total child, getting up from his chair, walking away, showing disrespect. But yeah, it's H3 that's being childish by injecting some levity into the situation.
In terms of the UN preliminary report and the findings, okay, there is a clear-cut lack of evidence for any forensic examination to take place.
Okay. Are we gonna skip this hard R stuff?
No,
now?
no.
You wanna watch
we
it
got,
more? Okay.
we got a
Due to the
power through.
incompetence of the Israeli government and specifically the organization Zakah that spent most of its
I
time
didn't mean hard R.
in the immediate aftermath of October 7, taking bodies out of body bags
Soft
and
R.
putting them into Zakah
soft
branded
R.
body bags. This was reported by Haaretz as well. They polluted the evidence pool. Okay? That's number one.
What?
Number two, numerous people that came out and offered eyewitness testimony have
So it's
since
just like
then
full on like schizo conspiracy. The evidence pool was polluted. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
been discredited. Also, according to Haaretz reporting.
Which article?
I mean,
What's
I
the
can't pull it up right now.
Haaretz
You
article
can
that
Google it.
accuses victims of sexual assault of lying about it? Go ahead and link me that one. And by the way, while you look for that,
No, not victims
Dalton.
of sexual assault, Ethan. I'm using my words very carefully.
right?
Not
Of course, I
victims of
remember you do
sexual
that.
assault.
Yeah.
Not victims of sexual assault. Eyewitness testimony initially provided that led people to believe that there were
Show me
sexual
that.
assaults that were taking place.
Show me the source.
Were then discredited.
Show me the source. By the way, Hassan, while you look for that, I'm assuming that you're quoting the UN Representative Secretary General on Sexual Violence and Conflicts report, right? This is one everyone
By the
refers
way,
to.
like,
Now, are you?
it's
now you
very obvious that H3H3 did actually study for this test, and Hassan just thinks he can just like skate by. And
Yeah.
it's not happening.
He read the Spark notes. You know what I mean?
how these kind of
It's
papers
cooked.
work?
No,
They do
fucking-
a very precise conclusion at the end that summarizes the main thesis and points driven home in the article. That's what the conclusion is. Let me read it for you. Overall, based on the totality of information gathered from multiple and independent sources at different locations, there are reasonable grounds to believe that conflict-related sexual violence occurred at several locations across the Gaza periphery, including
we
in the
don't
form of...
By the way, we just don't even need this. Like, it's just common sense, but let's keep going. I mean, it's just obvious
gang
that
rape
this would happen.
Yeah.
the October 7th, 2023 attack. Credible circumstantial information which may be indicative of some forms of sexual violence, including genital mutilation, sexualized torture, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment was also gathered.
So it's not even just regular rape, it's like chopping off fucking
Genital mutilation?
like
this is disgusting
cruel,
stuff.
inhuman, torture.
Credible circumstantial evidence. Do you know what that means?
It means that there's, yeah, of course.
Credible circumstantial evidence is not a substitute for forensic evidence. Credible
That's why I said
circumstantial
PIKER didn't
evidence
happen,
is
bro.
not
You need
enough to
So-
prosecute.
so-
Hassan,
So we're actually, in order to suggest in any way that there were rapes on October 7th, we have to rape kit field test, like gather forensic evidence of it happening? Like, really?
Listen,
This is wild stuff from Hassan. That's why we have to play it. Like,
we're talking about
segment, he goes
Palestinian
insane.
soldiers. Right? This is like okay.
needs
Credible
rape kits.
No, all the Israeli soldiers are horrible, but the Palestinian soldiers are all angels and, shut the f
looks
up.
like a lunatic.
Yeah.
Circumstantial evidence is not enough
PIKER
to
didn't happen, right?
prosecute, which is precisely the
This is
reason
Hamas soldiers, okay?
It's not about prosecuting.
Like
why the Israeli prosecutors themselves have said that in
Or-
the absence of a singular victim coming out, and also with
yeah, by the
all
way,
of the
we're talking
Why
about
even
terrorists.
argue this? Why even argue this? Like, this is crazy. Just
Forensic
admit
evidence-
like they were wrong to do this.
Yeah.
that has been tarnished already.
Show me evidence
It
for
is-
anything you're saying.
What?
That's not, show me evidence for anything you're claiming that isn't some unhinged freak on Twitter. Believe all
This is
women,
not an
hey?
unhinged freak on Twitter.
Hey, are we
This is,
believing all
again,
women
there's also
unless
an
they're
article that
Israeli?
you can-
Right after October 7th Hamas attack in Israel, Zaka, the disaster victim identification volunteers, were among the first civilians responding on the scene. Zaka is an Israeli rescue and recovery organization primarily staffed by ultra-Orthodox Jewish volunteers, known for their work in collecting human remains for proper burial according to Jewish law. I think what happened is, a lot of what happened is that,
Here.
obviously you don't someone and then keep them
PBS
alive. Right?
article
So
on-
most of them were
on-
murdered, and a lot of the forensic
I'm
evidence.
sending Dan the PBS article about how 2 debunked accounts of sexual violence on October 7th fueled a global dispute over Israel-Hamas war. This is from May 22nd, 2022. This is about the witness testimony that was discredited. Okay.
But so even if one account was discredited, there's many.
No, it's not one account, it's 2 accounts, but the
Okay.
There's way more than 2 accounts.
Whoa,
Bro, buddy.
yeah.
It was a sea of.
What am I?
you-
What?
can
Hey,
you-
Hassan, you know what you're doing? You're like, this girl lied about being.
Wait,
Therefore,
Did
all
he
these
just
women.
say it was from 2022? That was before October 7th even happened. So he's full of shit.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Wait, what?
Need to be questioned. That's actually what you're doing. You're saying
Ethan?
Pixar didn't happen. I don't believe
Yeah,
women.
I didn't even know the was in dispute. Like, you know?
Well, it
There's
shouldn't
really-
be
Point
in
me-
a dispute with any fucking normal person.
Yeah.
You know, like any sort of person that was actually worth their salt on this would concede and condemn this point. But it has to be like this black and white thinking where the Palestinians are freedom fighters from Star Wars that are standing up against the evil empire. They're Dumbledore's army fighting Voldemort, and they would never do something like this when actually they're like evil as you know what I'm saying? Like both sides clearly commit horrible fucking atrocities and have for generations.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be in dispute.
Can you point me to actual, like, to victims that came
Yes.
out?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
as far as I understand, Israeli police have asked victims and witnesses to testify about Hamas and sexual violence
I'll send
in
you.
the aftermath of October 7. And it seems like their investigations were inconclusive because by the admission of the Israeli
Show
prosecution,
me evidence of anything you're
that
saying.
they openly said that there were no victims that came out.
Yeah, let me guess. You read it on Haaretz.
What, you don't wait.
No victims?
I don't know.
Do you
man.
No,
think
I'm
that
li-
Congress is not a credible
No, it
institution?
is, but
Yeah, I just think on either side, if you try and argue that there are no victims and there are no, like you clearly are just a partisan shill that has absolutely no interest in getting to the truth of the matter or discussing it honestly.
That's like saying there are no corrupt cops.
You
Like,
know?
really? You think all of them are not corrupt?
Haaretz boy.
I sent
Swastika boy.
debunked narratives.
I
And
called him
also,
swastika boy.
here is
That's
the
brutal.
Israeli prosecutor Moran Gitz has acknowledged that 50 months after the events of October 7, 2023, Israel has still not identified any victims in which a case can be brought against an alleged perpetrator of a sexual attack.
They're all dead.
The admission is in line with the complete lack of any credible evidence regarding incidents of sexual
They're
violence,
all
which is
dead.
particularly notable when these claimed. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this foundation is, but there is news reporting on this. I don't know why
They're
someone
all
sent me this
dead,
link
bro.
of this.
Do you think what is your point? What you said doesn't change anything. You're talking about. Do you think
Ethan,
that they
where are the
raped people and then
victims?
didn't kill them?
You said that there are victims. Can you
There-
give me
yes.
the names of the
Yes,
victims?
yes, yes.
I will. First of all,
Do you
I am not in
have
the
names of all the victims that were raped? Do you have your dossier with
know,
you?
It's like a war zone and things get messy and so you don't know like who's dead, who's alive.
no one's leaving their ID by their shoes. You know what I mean?
business of denying. If there are,
If there's really.
if there are victims that have come forward in this
I
process,
will play it for you.
as I've
Yeah,
as
right.
I've said,
Oh, you can't name every victim? Must have not happened.
This is fucking retarded. This really is
Ed,
just a
there-
circus.
Oh my God.
was an instance of sexual assault that took place in captivity, and it was not the systematized that was directed by Hamas, as the New York Times is
By the way,
erroneous.
flaked on watch editing this part.
I know, man. I don't know what you even do here, but like, does it need to be systemic and endorsed by the officers for you to condemn it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it written into the Hamas handbook? Like, must it be written into the Hamas handbook? Explicit orders to Jewish girls? Or it just never happened? Or do we just want to live in the real world where this stuff happens all the time in military conflicts, in war zones around the world? Like, are we going to live in reality or are we going to live in your fantasy land of Star Wars?
erroneous reporting that did not meet its own standard, its own editorial standard, as a matter of fact, written by a person who literally was taken off the editorial board, taken off the actual paper for some of her insane tweets about Gaza, none of these, like, there's a lot of stories surrounding this, but I'm not in the business of denying. So if you have
only if there's
credible evidence, please present it, and I will admit that I'm wrong. Give me the names.
Yeah. There's a video. Hold on.
Is the video from Screams Without Violence? Is that where you're Is that where you're gonna present?
No, it's not from that.
God.
There's one.
Not that video, because that, like, I've deboomed that video. Like, what?
Recently of a woman testifying. I think it was either in the UN or to Congress. She's sitting on a bench. She's talking to a mic, and she's speaking in English. Yeah, we'll get there. But like, yeah, I mean, what's your problem with Sheryl Sandberg's documentary?
Isn't it kind of crazy?
Sheryl Sandberg has also been.
These two guys have taken it upon themselves to be the experts on a conflict thousands of miles away as to who or who wasn't. Like, I just think that that's kind of wild that they've taken it upon themselves to be the arbiters of who was or wasn't raped in a conflict thousands of miles away. Like, it's just kind of crazy, no?
Yeah.
Accused of sexual harassment herself, but outside of that,
What the f does that have to do with what's written in her documentary?
Her documentary is basically the unsubstantiated claims that some of which were directly found to be incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
But not only is it unsubstantiated claims, it's just a recycling of the same Screams Without Violence, the Screams Without Words article that the New York Times wrote that didn't even meet its own editorial standard. Okay, we're having this conversation. You seemingly act like you care about sexual violence taking place
I'm
against
gonna be
Israelis.
real. Like, this is a pretty critical section, but like, I can't be bothered to give a single f. Like, this is fucking demented, man.
Well, for me, it's sort of like Hasan is clearly being disingenuous. Clearly, the happened. Not fucking lie about this. We know kind of fucking.
What's the next section? Because he does. I mean, the part that I did want to get to was him denying the fact, like, that you can, test if somebody was after they're dead. But I'm to the point where, like, it's like, just trust me that did fucking happen, because this goes on
too
for
much. 25
this goes on
minutes.
for another fucking half hour of this shit. What's
One of the
next
hostages
section?
that
All right,
actually
we'll watch it a little bit more, but
all right,
was returned in the early stages did get by an Israeli fitness instructor. I have not seen you talk about that. I have not seen you talk about the Israeli pro-rape
a crime that an Israeli did unrelated to the conflict?
Israel
Do you find
had
it
a
interesting?
January
There's something
6th
that I
style. Israel had a January 6th style pro riot where a bunch of rabid right-wing.
Do you think I'm
there was an Israeli January 6th pro riot? Like, how many people were in this riot? Like, to me, this seems like, honestly, straight up fan fiction propaganda.
No, but
maybe it's fucking true.
Wait.
January 6th riot.
Okay, but now we have to believe this off the fucking word of Hasan after he's been denying, but he won't fucking admit.
What does January 6th style mean? Were they trying to overthrow the government on the grounds that should be legal?
Well,
okay. I don't know. It just sounds crazy on the face of it. Some people in chat are saying that this happened. Zizern said it happened. Maybe it did. OG Momar for 5 subs.
I'm sure it did, but if Ethan took fucking Hasan's approach, he could be like I need every victim's name to believe you. You know what I mean? But yeah, who cares?
I'm not defending this.
The prosecutor's office.
Listen,
and
these people, it's very animalistic. It's this war. It's disgusting. It's twisted. There's horrors of war that we don't even want to hear about. Is like the first layer of whoa. You know what I mean?
Forcibly with guns took out 6 concentration camp prison guards from the Sede Taman facility that had actually
Listen
numerous Palestinians on camera.
Are you done
CCTV
grandstanding?
footage,
Here's a
including
victim.
one that they to
Are you
death.
done? Here's a victim you asked for. Here we go. This is from, I think there was an even more recent one than this, but where's the audio? Fuck. Hold on, let me unmute.
Unable to move and had to ask for permission to use the bathroom. In that house, I was sexually assaulted by the Hamas terrorist who had guarded me. He forced me to go to the shower and entered the room, pointed his gun at me. He was breathing heavily and had a monstrous beast-like face. He meticulously planned his assault, scheming and waiting for the moment to have his way.
Brutal, man.
He kept asking me private sexual questions while sitting next to me in his underwear, lifting my shirt, touching me, and constantly asking me when my period would be.
Like, how do either of these guys really feel qualified to weigh in on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of wild. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be touching this shit with a 40-foot pole, to be honest.
Is she lying yet or no? Is she lying or hallucinating?
Ethan, have I ever said that did not take place?
Well, you
at least according to one credible personal testimony in captivity, not on October 7, but in captivity.
Okay, so the captive.
Oh my god!
He was the only one. He was the only one. He was the only Hamas terrorist who kidnapped one lady, and everyone else was like, "Listen, one bad apple ruins the but." No, shut the fuck up.
Kind of, yeah. Yes.
Over.
You're doing it right now.
What do you mean?
I knew
kind
exactly
of?
what he was planning to do.
You literally
and yet I couldn't do
featured-
anything to prevent
Wait, pause it for a second.
No.
I was
Listen to what she
utterly
has to say,
helpless.
Hassan.
When the
Ethan,
assault
I
was
don't
over-
Hassan, don't
disagree with
silence
this.
her. Let her
You
f***ing talk.
wasn't even allowed
No, because you're acting like this never happened.
See, some feminist Hassan is.
Yeah.
You know, he won't even hear out this woman's horrible story of being essayed.
Yeah.
You know, we're always expected to believe all women. You know, whenever it's like a right-wing celebrity that gets accused.
Yep,
or
exactly.
just about anybody, right? It's like they all rush to judgment. Ah, this person's a rapist, this, that, based on like no evidence whatsoever.
Buddy.
But here we have Hassan doesn't even want to take the time to listen to this woman's account. He just immediately dismisses it out of hand.
Okay, Hassan, can I ask you a question? Why the f*** were you browsing H3 Snark the other day and pulling clips from that?
I don't know.
Whoa,
Someone fucking
buddy.
sent me a clip in the chat.
Okay. And so you shit and pissed about me pulling a meme from Destiny's subreddit. I have
Ethan,
never even
look
pulled
to
the
your-
subreddit up, but you're on stream browsing H3 Snark. How do you explain that?
Ethan, your entire subreddit is a snark subreddit dedicated to me. What the f are you talking about?
That's literally not true.
I
but-
don't have a single issue at this point.
Are
What are
these
you
guys
talking
both
about?
Confessing
entire-
about like snark subreddits. Like, how much sand is in both of your fucking vaginas right now? Oh, you were browsing a Reddit that I don't like, bro. You were browsing the Reddit, bro. Your Reddit's mean, bro. Okay. Let's try and not be repeated children here, you know?
You have personally moderated.
Snark, just so you all know, it's the Hassan Reddit where they talk about H3 and stuff. So
your own subreddit to turn
You know,
into this.
Josh
by the way.
does have a good
So
point,
many
though. He
people
goes,
that
Again,
have-
he says, dude, the snark Reddits get away with stuff I'd get arrested for if it happened on Kiwi Farms. I was thinking these fucking Redditors today are getting hardcore.
yeah,
This ain't your granddad's Reddit, buddy. This is some serious fucking shit. The gay ops and the poo touching that go on some of these snark subreddits or subreddits around certain cows like Daniel Larson and shit is crazy.
yeah.
You're lying.
criticized you from your own fan base have
Hassan,
left your
you
community
said your
for this
community has
reason,
nothing to
because
do
you
with
can't take a
this.
fucking ounce of criticism from your paying members. How many people are like, I love Teddy Fresh. I have so many fucking pieces of Teddy Fresh clothing. Now I feel embarrassed to wear it because look at what he has become.
There's plenty of
This
fans.
is at
Don't
the
worry
heart
about
of this
that.
problem. If you want to talk about it, from the perspective of psychoanalysis,
No,
the real reason why
Hassan,
you've gone on
you
this
are
endless
lying.
vendetta
You
is
said-
because you can't comprehend
Jesus
the
Christ,
reality.
bro. I just want to have a
that your
conversation. I don't
audience-
want to like just
your
like just
own audience
gish
that
gallop
you've
forever.
cultivated has a
So true.
difference in opinion in the way that you've presented yourself throughout this
Hassan,
conflict.
please
and if
let me
you
just talk.
demonstrated,
This is you.
if
You say
If
your,
you
your
demonstrated
community
a
has nothing to do
fraction-
with the harassment that I've received.
Ethan, if you
Someone,
demonstrated,
please,
Ethan,
Hassan, let me finish a
listen to
point.
me. If you demonstrated,
dude, you
a
gotta let me
fraction-
finish
I'm
the point. This
I'm
is
gonna mute
ridiculous.
you.
I love how much they fucking hate each other. They hate each other so much. It's come to the point where Hassan's like, I'm gonna mute you. Oh man, they're gonna
Okay,
start
that's great.
screaming at each other soon. It all is like downhill from here. It just descends into a total fucking circus.
Yeah.
I think that means you won the debate.
Yeah. No, listen to me.
So I'm not
If you
muted.
demonstrated
So
a
hold on, let me
fraction of the
finish.
humility-
You gotta let me say something.
If you demonstrated a fraction of the humility you did just
You've
now,
got
most people would
to
not
let
have
me
left your
say
community, by the
something.
way.
I don't care that they left the
What?
community. That was
Like,
obvious.
by the way, that's,
You
that's
definitely
fucking
do.
bullshit. Like the idea that most people left. The guy gets like 50,000 live viewers.
Yeah.
What did he get? Like 150,000 or like, I don't know if it fell off, but he must have been fucking huge then. If most of his fans left, he still gets 50,000 live viewers.
Is that true, chat?
I don't think it's true. He had 100,000 live today. What a
I've got
fall
plenty
off.
of fans left. Don't worry. Here, listen. You claim your community has nothing to do with the harassment. Yet you said in the same breath that your chat linked you to H3 Snark, the subreddit primarily responsible for coordinating that harassment, and you pulled it up on your stream.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say that?
Like random anonymous
Did I
Redditors?
say that?
Wait.
I said they're primary responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the So I don't know. Did I claim they did? You're dodging, bro. You are absolutely dodging. You claim your community has...
This is really disingenuous from Hassan because it's obvious that it was, if not somebody on that subreddit calling CPS, it's somebody influenced by the rhetoric of that subreddit.
Well,
or obviously one of Hassan's community, like Denims.
Well,
or whatever,
Denims
their
was,
Reddit.
remember, she was like going, "Oh my god, if this is true, someone should call CPS." Like they watched that video already.
It's nothing to do with the harassment. Yet
Ethan,
you were browsing
Ethan.
H3 Snark. Now, let me ask you this,
Ethan,
Hassan. How many times have I browsed
you
the Destiny
absolutely, without
subreddit on my
evidence,
show?
Have blamed virtually everyone for calling CPS. Answer my question.
What?
So you don't know who called CPS, and yet for the past couple of
Hassan's
months, you've been
dogs, like, what this idiot doing? Like, what the hell is going on?
What the dog
What
doing?
the hell? What the dog doing? Like, the dog is like, man, like, what did I do to deserve this shit? You know?
I think I have that.
That poor fucking dog. He's like, God damn it, man. My
been
owner's crashing
it's
out again.
whoever I
The
don't like called CPS,
no.
and now you're claiming that my community is responsible for it.
He's so tired.
I think it's the tone. No, bro, what is wrong with you? Did I say your community called CPS? The harassment campaign is
You're
a much more
inferring
broad
it.
than
Yes,
that.
you're
Absolutely
inferring
not.
it.
You can't address an actual issue. So you turn it into you're straw manning, basically. I'm saying your community
Bro,
is
Reddit-
responsible for this participating in this harassment campaign. You said chat sent you this link, did they not?
Yes, last week. What are you talking about?
Okay, so your chat is involved with H3 Snark, which, by the way, funnily enough, the new Snark page is called Leftovers H3, and it's got a picture of you
thank
in the
for giving it
avatar.
a shout out. Shout out to Leftovers H3.
It's got a picture of you, Hassan. You don't need to shout him out. You're already doing it. Don't you think that's
wait,
odd?
You did it.
No, I think it's.
Also, what do you think? Like, first of all, do you think I have any say on what fucking
Yes.
happens in these subreddits? What are you talking about?
Well, you have a say what happens in your Discord and chat, which you absolutely do not moderate. And there's so much evidence of the disgusting shit.
That's also completely.
Well, why did you criticize XQC for not moderating his chat when you called him?
Oh, got him. Oh, oh no.
Ethan?
Why
I can't believe you
did
would,
you
I can't
criticize
believe you
No,
would-
it's true. Ethan? What do you mean, Ethan?
Ethan?
XQC
Yeah, you called it. Yeah, you were like pissed off at
Let me tell
for
you,
not
okay?
moderating his chat.
Yes, XQC has actively used his community over the course of
To do what?
many years at this point, as he was, doing Gamba and wanted to fucking keep gambling and
not
felt
answering.
bad that I was criticizing him to attack me.
I
Okay?
think
There's
H3 should just say that he's hallucinating.
Yeah.
You're hallucinating, Matt. That never happened.
Yeah. Like, what the
The dog dog in the corner is like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck is this on about now?
He's like, I'm trying to sleep.
He's like, gods, man, just let me eat myself to death, man. Like, he's
And that's different than what your community has done. How?
What?
How is that different than your community attacking me?
You want to know how it's different? I have an 8-minute clip compilation all the way from when our podcast ended.
Smiled, friend. Like the way he was just staring dead ahead, like this 1,000-yard stare. He's like, the things I've seen, you wouldn't believe, man. Like the things I've seen Anissa do to me, chat, you wouldn't believe.
Poor doggo.
All the way to December of 2024, where I actively defend you. That is moderating
bro,
my
I do
community.
not give a about your quote unquote defending as your community went rabid with your approval. Please spare me.
With my approval? I just told you.
It's your community, bro. You literally say in this clip that it's let me play this clip for you because it will show just what a liar
people
hypocrite
don't fucking like you, big dog. I don't know what to do. You know
they
what
love
I mean?
you,
like,
huh?
What do you want me to do?
And everybody loves Hasan. Everybody loves iDUBBZ too. My objective is not to be liked, Hasan. That might surprise you. It might surprise you. My objective.
They're spurging out now. The real spurging has begun.
In life is not to be liked. Or I mean, it's not to specifically be liked. That is not my objective. I know that's foreign to you.
Then why? Why are you bringing any of this up? People don't like you. I can't change that. Okay, there's plenty of people who don't like me either.
My whole career's been people not liking me, but I've never experienced this level of harassment. You are unwilling to contend or concede at any point that you are.
Because I'm not responsible for it. Here, play this video, Dan. Here you go.
Anyway, it's not about being liked either. It's about harassment, bro.
Go ahead. Show your audience because you've been saying that I've been like
yeah.
I'm
waiting
campaign.
for it. I'm waiting for it.
I sent it.
Are you?
It's embarrassing.
Sorry, hold on.
Especially
Dan is
because
in
of the way you behave now. Ugh.
Dan is in the bathroom, so hold on.
Awkward.
You okay?
Dan.
My argument with you in that conversation where I said there's not anything
you okay
I can
there, bud? Hey, bud, you good?
do was literally because of the way you were presenting yourself. In the conversation that we had, you inferred that JVP was akin to capos. You said that from the river to sea Palestine will be free.
I'm not going to let you stun lock me. Again, another pathetic fucking lie. Holy shit.
You literally fucking posted about a pro-Palestinian dude on Twitter saying that he would be thrown off of roofs like fucking Hamas is ISIS. If you say all of that, like a dog.
I don't. Are we really pretending like Hamas wouldn't throw somebody off a roof? Is that we're trying to pretend that? Okay.
People are gonna not think that you're a chicken. They're gonna think you're a duck.
Okay. I'm not going to get stunlocked by these insane accusations. I never called them capos. That's what you said. That's part of the harassment campaign. You put those words in my mouth. And
you who called them capos, bitch.
Now it's something that I still hear. I have never called them capos.
Wait. So you haven't, as recently as a month ago, still called them token Jews that they are completely off base with the rest of the
Is that the same as capos?
Of the movement.
Do you have a problem with like levels? It's all or nothing. Is criticizing someone to be a token the same as calling them capos?
Why would you call Jews who are standing against genocide, which you also recognize as a genocide?
Can I play this? This is the clip.
Token Jews
that
are not representative of the broader movement.
Well, they're statistically
You also called Matt Lieb a capo.
Matt Lieb's a disgusting human being who platformed Bad Empanada, who's like you.
So you do have a problem. You do have a problem with
Matt Lieb specifically.
Jews
yes,
that you don't like,
Hasan is fucking crashing out here.
Yeah,
bro. Like he is in
Spurg Olympics, bro.
Salty spur. But it gets worse as time goes on. I do think though we did skip over the part where H3 gets him to admit that he hasn't texted iDUBBZ since the content cop, but somebody will probably clip that out and it'll probably be in the Anissa thread on Kiwi Farms and we'll go over that
next
probably
time.
During an iDUBBZ segment during the week when we finally get an update on Creator Clash 3.
You said that the Houthi Luffy was not a pirate.
He's not.
Or I'm sorry, not Houthi affiliated.
He's not, but even if he was, I wouldn't care. I hope you understand that.
Because that's rewriting history.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say this
No,
very
no, no.
clearly
It's not that
to
you cared. It's that
I'm going
you
to say this very
glazed
clearly
them
to
up.
you right now, 10 toes down. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
I believe
How
what the
cringe.
Houthis are doing in terms of stopping Israel doing a genocide to implement a blockade on the Red Sea is a good thing. 10 toes.
Finally, at least he's just
He's
putting
openly like, well,
a
terrorism.
mask off.
It's a good thing.
look.
Oh,
At least
okay.
I think he's a reach. But thank God this whole like I didn't.
Well,
do that,
the guy won't even disavow kidnapping civilians and holding them hostage.
Exactly. This guy is a
I do
piece
gotta
of
say,
garbage.
though, the one thing with Hassan here, it's just is him like trying to believe that the Houthi pirates have an ideology or that they're doing this for Palestine or for Islam. The Houthi pirates are just the same as like the Somali pirates or any of the broke pirates. They're trying to get money. Like they're motivated by greed and financial incentive more than they are any sort of actual religious or political purpose.
Toes fucking down. They are on the morally right side. Don't you also think they're on the morally right
What have
side?
they
Ethan?
done?
You're
That's-
supposed to.
hold on.
You're saying that it's a genocide.
What have they done?
The fuck are they supposed to do?
They hijacked a boat that had nothing to do with Israel. Like fucking
That's
bravo.
not true. That's not true.
Really? What was that? What did it have to do with Israel?
Not true.
It was literally owned by an
It
Israeli.
was
to the
partially
fucking
owned.
island.
Is a big multi-conglomerate company that was partially owned by an Israeli.
Yes.
It was
And
bound for fucking for Turkey.
I just don't know, like something being partially owned by a Jewish person or a Jewish company justifies violence against it. Like Hassan, like, do you believe that you should just be able to break into Jewish people's homes and steal all of their stuff, or just rape them or kill them? Like, where does it end? I mean, you just believe the ends justify the means always? I don't know.
From
Yeah,
India.
what do you mean?
There
What
was
do you
they
think
kidnapped
BDS is,
5
dude? What do you think
totally
BDS stands for?
unrelated Filipino
You
fucking
also
prisoners
said
and
it wasn't owned by an Israeli,
prisoners
by the
for a
way, in your
year.
fucking video. Are you going to take that back too now? Now you
Whoa,
admit that
he's
you were
losing
wrong
it.
on that
Take
part
what
too?
back? I didn't hear
Wow,
you.
what are we on? 4? 5? How many points have you actually backtracked
I don't know
on
what
so far?
I don't know what you're accusing me of. What was I wrong about?
You said in your video that it had nothing to do with Israel. You claimed that it wasn't owned by an
Partially
Israeli
owned by an Israeli
conglomerate.
guy?
You were wrong.
Partially owned by an Israeli guy? It's British owned. It's owned by a British
It is
company.
an Israeli
It's
conglomerate
owned by a
that owns
British
the
company.
fucking ship.
So it's owned by a British
You literally
company.
claimed that it was owned by Isle of Man. It was an Isle of Man ship.
It is.
Like you think all of these ships mysteriously
just
are just
gotta say-
owned by that, and it's not a fucking easy
How much
flag
of this?
to get.
How,
Imagine actually defending terrorist pirates.
Yeah,
Like, this is kind of crazy, bro. Like,
unironically, it's like, buddy, come on.
oh man.
much of this? So, if this Jewish or this Israeli guy is,
0.5.
if this Israeli guy, how much does he need to own of this business that owns this boat to justify? Is it 0.1? Is it 0.2? Is it 5%? How much?
I don't know,
Anything.
and I don't care because I think that
Well, you
even if they
should.
even if they got some of the ships wrong,
That's
I
crazy
still
to
think they're on
say.
the right side. Don't you?
What?
I mean, like, I agree with their.
I'm not even conceding on that front, by the way, because I do think that once again that was owned by an Israeli
No,
conglomerate.
it
and you
wasn't.
lied
That's
on
an
your
outright
fucking video.
lie. You're lying. It's not owned by an Israeli conglomerate. You're fucking lying. That's an outright pathetic lie. And
You
you're
said it was
basically running
an
defense
Isle
for a
of
terrorist
Man. You
organization.
said the flag
Now,
was
do
on
I
Isle of Man.
defend what they do? I think what they're doing, their message is good. Their method is terrible.
Oh, you
Well,
wait,
I wouldn't
dude.
even go
Let's
that
bring up the
far.
fucking
Like,
Al Houthi family real quick. Tell us how you would stop a genocide when you're the poorest country.
Well, not
on the
hijacking an
fucking planet
unaffiliated boat
that
and kidnapping
They're
withstood-
not-
15 fucking nationals
like,
and holding them.
imagine Hassan actually believing that they care about stopping the genocide or what goes on in Palestine or the broader geopolitical context whatsoever. What they're doing is they're pirates, they're thieves, they're robbers, they're committing crimes of opportunity, and you're whitewashing it with a political cause that is not actually what's going on.
Them for a year. How is that helping anyone?
Yeah, that's another thing that you actually got wrong, by the way, that even fucking Willie Sloptube called you out on. Those people, by the time you had released your context puke, those people had been released.
Were they held prisoner
You
for a
could've-
year? Were they held
you
prisoner
could've
for
put
a
it-
year?
you could've been-
Were
yeah,
they
they
held
were, they were.
prisoner for a year?
Yeah, they were.
That's what I
They were
said.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were all hostages.
So how's
for
that
sure.
help Israel taking a bunch of Filipino unaffiliated sailors
Do you understand
hostage
the
for a
concept
year?
of deterrence?
Well, how's that deter Israel? Kidnapping fucking
Do you understand the concept of
foreign sailors.
deterrence?
This is crazy.
Yes.
How is that a
stop it.
deterrence?
It is a show of force to stop other successfully, mind you, to stop other
Not really.
commercial shipping from going through. They literally bankrupted an entire Israeli port. I'd say that's numbers on the fucking board, baby. And like I said, 10 toes down, support that initiative. Because if you believe it's a genocide, what the are they supposed to do? Should they allow their coastline to continue having commerce?
Oh my God.
As though nothing is going on up there in Palestine, where Israel is doing a genocide in Palestine? How do you think the Yemeni population should have responded to the Israeli genocide? Should they have sat back and just let
Yemeni
it
is not
happen?
Houthi, by the way.
And also, they can't say, obviously, they fucking can't say from the river to the sea, Palestine, because that scares you, Ethan. So obviously, they can't do that either. So
Scares. I mean, it doesn't. It's what Norman
How
Finkelstein
can
said.
people be pro-Palestine in a way that you think is appropriate?
Where your example is hijacking an unaffiliated ship and kidnapping 15
It's not
sailors?
unaffiliated. It's not unaffiliated. But even if it was
It is
unaffiliated, as I've
totally.
said already, if it was unaffiliated, that wasn't unaffiliated. You lied
It
about
was.
that, and you
I
recognize that you lied
you're-
about that for
you're-
the record.
okay.
But if it was,
People can look
if
into it.
It wasn't.
Why
if
did
it was
they didn't need to kidnap
unaffiliated-
random people? That's like terrorist shit. Why are they kidnapping random unaffiliated sailors? How are you
No,
defending that?
Ethan, you know what's
You're
what's
defending them
terrorist shit?
kidnapping these
You know what's terrorist shit, Ethan?
unrelated foreign
You know
sailors?
what's terrorist shit? Israel fucking blowing up a humanitarian aid
When did I defend
flotilla.
that?
1,002. No, I'm not saying you're defending that. I'm just explaining to you what actual terrorism looks
Well,
like.
you are defending
Israel,
terrorism,
As
though.
of this
Say,
conversation
like-
And
taking
you've done
place,
it.
Has Hassan never heard the saying two wrongs don't make a right? So it's like, okay, so Israel commits these war crimes, so it's okay for these terrorists to also commit war crimes and do evil things. It's like, what really makes them any different than each other if they're both committing horrible war crimes? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Many
Israel
times during
last
this
night,
conversation.
But
Literally-
it's all war crimes happening there. Can we just stop? Like, come on.
drone strike.
I'm sure they all follow the rules step by step there, right?
I just don't know. Like these are wars. Like, and the thing is, it's not like the Middle East was this magical, peaceful place before Israel was created in 1947 either. It's always been a savage, brutal, barbarous place of war and war crime. It always has been, and it always probably will be. I don't know, man. I just the bottom line with all of this stuff is that neither of these guys are qualified. And they're both talking out of their fucking ass. And there's nobody who's actually going to be enlightened or informed by any of this. It's all just nonsense propaganda back and forth and trying to whitewash horrible atrocities.
Yeah, exactly.
Humanitarian aid ship.
Your soldiers
saying
are
it says-
worse. Your soldiers
It
are
is.
worse.
It's like sports ball. It's like
Yes. Yes.
It's exactly like, there's a football game, right? And a call goes your way, and but if it
even
goes
though, even though it's
even though
bullshit.
even though it's bullshit, and any other time you would be like, no, that's fucking bullshit. But if it's your team, you justify it. He's fucking soft. He's a diver, or whatever the fuck. It's the same shit. You have a partisan side, and you just don't care. You just want to score a W no matter what.
It's funny you said that as I was saying. It's like, your people are worse. No, your guys are worse. My guys are better. My guys are more moral. Like, stop it.
That was headed for Gaza off the coastline of Malta. That's real fucking terrorism. What the Houthis are doing, on the other hand, is resistance.
So
and it's
do you-
not only moral,
do you
but
think-
it's just.
Very
and
good.
if-
You're right.
if-
You're so
If
righteous.
justice is
Do you
served,
think that the Filipino hostages who were held there for a year agree that was an awesome, an awesome act of
probably
resistance?
not.
Probably not. Right.
Probably not. Can you explain to me what you would do? What would you do?
I think. Well, first of all, I think that there's something to be said for stopping the cargo in that strait, but they're doing it insanely fucking stupid. They're stopping unaffiliated ships and they're kidnapping unaffiliated people. How is that good? They're doing
Damn,
it
dude.
bad.
It's not an unaffiliated ship, by the way. But even then,
You won't
the
explain how
entire
it's
point is
affiliated.
to
You said it's
stop
owned by an
commerce. The
Israeli
entire point
conglomerate. That
to
is an
make-
outright lie. Hold on, you're doing disinformation right now. It was not owned by
Wait,
an
what?
Israeli conglomerate. You said that. Yes, it was a lie.
Ugh.
Galaxy Leader is a vehicle carrier that was owned by a British company, operated by a company connected. It was connected. It wasn't even, he didn't even own it. It was connected to an Israeli businessman. It was it was co-owned by a business that this Israeli guy was involved in.
Yeah, co-owned by Abraham Ungar.
So what? You know his name. I just don't understand you can justify kidnapping a bunch of unaffiliated sailors.
I don't, Ethan.
You are. You absolutely. You go.
Ethan.
Have you ever
Ethan?
heard of deterrent?
Whenever Hassan's wrong about something, he goes, Ethan.
It's
Like,
just
that's
so
his tell.
cringe. Like
His
he
tell
really
is
thinks
like-
he's a teacher. Like he thinks he's a grade school teacher correcting an unruly pupil.
Yeah.
And it's just very cringe.
But it just exposes what he knows he can't argue.
Yeah, walk with me through this carefully.
Yeah, please.
I asked
please
you
explain to
what
me how it's
you would
justifiable
do,
to
Ethan.
kidnap 15
What would
sailors.
you do, Ethan? What would you do?
Go ahead.
You have a better way to do it. I think we're gonna figure it out.
Well, like I said, you can do it without kidnapping unaffiliated,
During the
holding them for a
Holocaust,
year.
There were militancy
Oh, here we go.
resistance.
Here we go.
That cut off supply lines. Okay, supply lines for the Nazis, or even sometimes supply lines that actually impacted the civilians. Okay, impact the civilians. Do you feel like that kind of resistance was unwarranted?
It's completely irrelevant. Why did they hold them for a year?
I don't know.
Okay, because they're terrorists.
What? Because they're
Oh, well,
terrorists.
yeah, they're terrorists. They kidnap innocent civilians.
Are they? So
Filipino
people
guys?
the people that are resisting against the Israeli genocide that
What
you
did those
call a
sailors have to do with
genocide
that?
are actually terrorists because you don't agree with
Kidnapping
their
innocents?
fucking methods. But you have no way.
Someone DM'd me. I'm not gonna say who it was, but they said I'm actually friends with one of the hostages' relatives. By the way, the person named, I'm not gonna say the name. Most Filipinos go to Israel to feed their family. In the Philippines, they don't know anything about these political issues. Oh,
Well, yeah.
oh, cool. Thanks for reaching out. Appreciate you.
Alternative. You have no alternative.
That's not
You call
true.
it a
I say just
genocide,
don't
they're
kidnap
supposed to
innocent
sit around.
people.
Nothing else.
It's easy. Just don't kidnap innocent people. They
Sounds
could have
pretty
done that,
simple.
right? They could have taken the boat. They could have
Ethan.
commandeered the boat and not kidnapped people,
now
right?
they know.
Oh, is
Damn.
that possible?
Okay, fair. Do you think that warrants the standard of saying that one of the only groups that is doing militancy against and resisting against Israel's genocide, which they stopped, by the way, they literally stopped when Israel actually followed through on a ceasefire. If they were just, erroneously and randomly trying to claim ships because
my
they're pirates,
God.
they want to live the pirate life, then obviously they wouldn't have stopped doing that, don't you think? And they only started their blockade after Israel started starving Gaza again, and then
That's
also
great.
turned
What does that have to do
around.
with innocent sailors?
I don't think you want to go down this route.
I'm ready. What do you
Kidnapping
mean?
innocent people is
Here we
terrorism.
go.
Is Israel terrorist? Is the IDF terrorist?
Oh my
I
God.
mean, you could characterize it that way.
Is the IDF terrorist?
I mean, it's an army, so it's a different thing. It's like
Why is it a different thing? You think the
Well, the
Ansar Allah movement
Houthis-
doesn't have a standing army? They have an army.
the Houthis are to like a hostile takeover of like a portion of Yemen. They're at odds with the government. It's different. They also
Wait,
own
who-
slaves, by the way.
We're going to talk about the Ansar Allah movement's
But
history.
I'll say yeah, Israel. The IDF is
hold
terrorist.
on.
Yes, the IDF
Hold
is
on.
terrorism.
Hold on.
I
Talk
love
to me
he just
about how the
concedes
Ansar
it.
Allah movement
He
actually
just
came
goes,
to power.
yeah,
with,
you know what? Fine, they're terrorists. Sure, bro. They're terrorists. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Give us this shit. It's a pretty based concession there by the Kleins. I'll give him that.
without getting any notes from your Discord or anything like that.
He's reading Discord as he says that.
Explain to me the process
I
in
don't
which
care.
Ansar
I
Allah
don't know.
actually came to power.
I don't know.
What?
I do not
Oh,
know.
you don't know?
Yeah, you should
That's
try
really
saying that
interesting
sometimes.
because in your video, you also used a lot of Saudi outlets to be like,
Oh
these guys
my
are actually
God,
doing
bro.
slavery.
Give me
and
one.
it turned out that actually
Give me the Saudi outlets.
The videos that you used did not even suggest that it was Ansar Allah that was doing slavery in the fucking poorest country on the planet. Okay?
The Houthis have
Literally the poorest
slaves.
country on the
That's not
planet.
even contested.
They weren't the ones who were doing the slavery,
Hassan,
according to you.
Hassan, are you really trying to say there's no slavery in Arab countries?
What?
Like, when we just have a massive scandal about Qatar using slave labor to build the stadiums for the World Cup?
Time when
I just
Saudi
don't understand
Arabia
why you're
was doing
defending
a fucking
Houthis
genocide.
for having slaves and kidnapping innocents. It's just so unnecessary.
What are you talking
just
about?
acknowledge
dude?
I
that
gotta
they're-
say,
that they
like,
do-
it doesn't sound very leftist or progressive either, does it? Justifying slavery, like this is pretty wild stuff, man. Whoa, but there's oppression from Israel, so they should be able to have slaves. Like, how do you square that circle? Whoa, the imperialist aggression, so we're allowed to just do whatever we want. Then it's not gonna cut the mustard, buddy.
The
Terrible shit.
Saudi-backed government was the one that was actually doing slavery.
No, well, if they did, then the Houthis also have slaves. That's just a statement of fact.
No, the Houthis don't have shit. Okay, it's
They don't have shit. They don't have
shit.
slaves. They don't even have slaves. They don't even have food. Like, what are you talking about?
That's not the point I'm making. They are the poorest country on the planet that just came out of a
Yeah, and how's that
famine
blockade,
backed
by the way, helping the
Saudi
country?
Arabia.
How is
and
the blockade
UAE.
helping the
What
famine
do
in
you
Yemen? How's the
is
blockade helping
if
the
they're
famine
the
in
poorest
Yemen?
country in the world that is this famine, then the blockade's probably not helping, is it, bro?
There is, as far as I understand, there's no longer a famine in Yemen. I'm talking about.
But you just told us they were the poorest country in the world. So there are a bunch of countries right now where famines are active. So they can't be the poorest country in the world if there's no famine. I don't know what to say.
Because you talked about how you were a regional expert.
What is blockading and doing for the poorest country on earth?
Ansar Allah and their violent takeover of Yemen. So I was like trying to figure out what you know about this. Maybe you know something that I don't know. So I was trying to pick your brain a little bit.
So explain
on
to
this
me why it
issue, but
matters.
It seems like you don't know shit.
Sure, I don't know about this specific thing. Tell me why it matters.
Go
ahead.
Why it matters? What their blockade?
Yeah. Clearly,
their blockade is. Their blockade is awesome.
Why it matters? How they came to power?
Oh, because you used Saudi newspapers in the time when Saudi Arabia, according to Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, all fucking NGOs, was doing a Western-backed blockade that was killing hundreds of thousands of people, and the headlines that you used in your context cube were from Al Arabiya and numerous other outlets that had their own personal investment in vilifying the Ansar Allah movement. Having said that,
I just gotta ask though, like, why doesn't Hassan live in Turkey? Like, why doesn't he live in an Arabic country?
It sounds like he loves it.
It sounds like he loves it and thinks it's the best culture on earth.
And he hates America, right?
Why does he live in America? It's just strange.
I mean, Trump runs the country, so why would you want to live there?
Of course. I also think that there are plenty.
This is why, like, Frogan, all these people, why there's so much, they know it's like, there's like a lot of intense stuff that happens over there. It's not like very civilized like here, like in the West, right? Let's be honest. Let's be real, guys.
To criticize about the Ansar Allah movement. I don't agree with everything that they're doing.
I'm trying to be
said
real,
time and
just be
time
real.
again, like their banner, right? Their banner says first to Jews, which you also presented in your video. Except, remember when you talked about Norm Finkelstein and how Norm Finkelstein doesn't agree with "From the River to the Sea"?
You agree with kidnapping civilians?
Can we play the clip of Norm Finkelstein talking about the curse the Jews and what he thinks about that? Let's do that. Let's pull up the clip of Norm Finkelstein's thoughts.
How is that relevant?
These actions
How's
and
that
the blockade against these.
How is that
you
relevant?
used him as a primary source earlier because you thought he's a reputable guy, which I
he
think
said
I agree.
something that I've said that I've been criticized for. What does that have to do with
real
every
with
other
you
take
guys.
he's taken?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be real with you guys. I'm going to make an executive decision. Once we get past the initial battle over Anne Frank, we're going to call it curtains. There are, I do feel bad.
I was going to say the same thing, dude.
There are a lot of funny moments in the last hour. Like, I do feel bad But you know, you could watch it on your own time if you are interested in it. I just feel bad because just a lot of this is just spurging about shit that doesn't matter.
And it's just like,
and it's
repeating your guy's worse. No, your team's worse. No, your team's worse. You know what I mean? Let's just get, like, I was gonna say the same thing after the Anne Frank thing. And
it doesn't mean that I support that. Like, we're aligned with every other take in the world.
Okay.
Dan, can you play this clip real quick? Sorry, this is 50 seconds.
It's irrelevant.
Can you pull the transcript?
It's totally irrelevant.
How do I do that, Josh?
Josh, hold us by the hand, Josh.
Where's this transcript button? Folks, does anyone know?
But my point that I was presenting.
Thank you, Josh.
Anne Frank is famous for being a pacifist and seeing the good in people despite a Holocaust that took every member of her family.
Just to provide the context, right? So H3H3 is criticizing the Houthi pirate, Houthi Luffy, or whatever. And then HASAN says, well, isn't he the same as Anne Frank?
But her dad. That's why she's inspiring. This guy went on Twitter and said, Jewish
would you think
people.
Anne Frank would be less inspiring if she somehow was able to get out?
If she was like, I want to kill Germans and
took up arms against the Nazis? Would you say that Anne Frank is bad for that? Say Anne Frank is bad for that, Ethan.
For something that didn't
Anne
happen.
Frank would be bad.
This is so insane. This is so insane.
Call out Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Ethan.
So this is after he showed Timothy's propaganda video. It's so. This is crazy. This part, like, it really is.
If she took up arms against the violent Nazi occupation, say it.
She's a 12-year-old girl.
It wouldn't be the same for sure. She's,
it wouldn't be the same.
She's
Why wouldn't
famous
it be?
for being a pacifist and seeing the good in people despite living through a Holocaust. You understand that? That's not what. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Do you think that if
Israel
Anne Frank,
hypothetically, in a world where Anne Frank battled the SS soldiers,
Anne Frank is fucking machine gunning the SS, like tossing fucking frag grenades and shit. This is
she's
ridiculous.
out of the attic. Anne Frank.
do you think that if Anne Frank took up arms against the Nazi occupation,
She put down the diary and picked up the machine gun.
I just don't know how HASAN didn't see on the face of this how fucking ridiculous this is. Like,
in a world where Anne Frank got a machine gun instead of a diary.
Israel isn't occupying Yemen anyway.
What?
Israel's not occupying Yemen.
Israel isn't. But for every single country in this region, American imperialism is all
You say the
they
Saudis,
have known.
you said this, why don't they say death to Saudi Arabia on their flag? Why is it Jews? Why is it damn the
they're
Jews?
directly fighting Saudi Arabia.
Oh, but
what
I thought,
are you talking
you
about?
see the Star of David, of course they hate Jews. What about why does their flag say death to fucking Israel and damn the Jews?
Their flag says death to America, death to Israel, a curse.
So it's worse than what he said?
yeah, your clarification made it a lot worse. You do know, by the way, that you live in America. It's like, would HASAN say that if a Muslim terrorist assassinated him, it would be justified?
You know,
like, would he believe that because he's an American that benefits from the imperialist system? Would he be willing to lay down his life for the cause?
What if the American flag said death to Palestine on it? Would you be okay with that, sir?
Curse upon the Jews.
Damn the
which
Jews.
I have
Curse
said
upon
time
the
and time
Jews.
again is kind of gauche, not acceptable, not
That's
appropriate
nice.
by Western standards.
Kind of gauche. You don't say.
What is that?
You don't say, bro. Oh, it's a little bit unpalatable to Western taste. But let me tell you, by the rest of the world standards, death to America is actually great, bro. It doesn't really mean death to America.
But if you listen
Why
to
does it say
Norm
Saudi
has a
Arabia?
clip on that too. Norm has a clip on that too. Do you want to see?
No,
Do you wanna see it?
let me show you this because you've been
You
going
wanna
on
hear
and on.
Norm Finkelstein explain that?
No, I want to show you this. Okay, you've been talking and talking and talking and talking. Very good. Let's watch this.
Do you condemn the Warsaw Ghetto
Hassan,
Uprising, Ethan?
You got to stop.
Oh my God.
Do you condemn the
This
Warsaw
is
Ghetto
crazy.
I'm
Uprising?
going to play this video. Okay.
It's obviously
He
a
says,
different
ready?
situation, HASAN. Holy shit, bro.
for maybe I read it.
Sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football. Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" Meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title.
Is that it for the ad?
Let's give it a little bit. Let's give it a little bit more because Hassan really does get rattled by this.
Okay.
Out on all Zionists with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his hole and out of his mouth with a pike, or how Hassan likes to say it, a pike for a
Whoa!
Okay, why would he retweet this article called Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and
God, that
support?
was censored.
Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv, the Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Right. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Oh! Are you a soldier?
So, wait a minute.
Yes. That seems pretty
Hassan, like, I can't believe Hassan would say that. That's kind of, like, that's really mask off.
Yeah.
It's completely interchangeable. Like, so you're saying that, you know, even Jews who speak out against the oppression or the genocide, they also deserve death the same as a Zionist who collaborates with the regime. So this really is about you wanting to genocide Jews then, right? Like,
definitive. Why did he say yes to "Are you a soldier"?
Bro, he doesn't even speak English. You're like, oh, he's a soldier. Wait, even if he is, even if he is, I'm going to ask you a question very clearly and very deliberately. If Anne Frank,
just like Anne Frank,
if Anne Frank lived, if we had the internet during the time of the Holocaust, and Anne Frank posted about this is what we're going to do to the Nazis, would your analysis of Anne Frank change even a little bit, even an iota?
Yes, of course it would, because she's famous for being a pacifist, not tweeting out death to all Zionists. She's famous for seeing the good in people, not fucking tweeting out that we want to nuke Israel. What do you mean?
That one, because I would not give a. I would be loud and proud going, hey, that's what she said. That's what we're going to do to the Nazis. Yeah, girl.
So after after watching that compilation,
he really thinks he's cooking with the Anne Frank stuff, and it just looks insane, bro. Whoa, what if Anne Frank had a TikTok, dude? What if she did a TikTok dance against Hitler, dude? What if we were in a Marvel movie and Anne Frank was Iron Man, dude?
That's what everyone's saying, like Anne Frank, the new Marvel hero.
This is crazy.
That he's just like Anne Frank.
Did you not hear what I asked you?
I'm just summarizing.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Anne Frank died before she could resist. But if she did, I would never hold that
killed in a concentration camp.
Anne Frank would have picked up a machine gun. Like, this is crazy, bro. Oh my God, man.
You psychopath.
But if she
was exterminated with her whole fucking family. Her dad's the only one that survived and recovered her journal. Are you mad?
Either, Ethan, right? Would you hold that against her? Would you hold that against?
I wouldn't hold it against her, but she wouldn't be the same historical figure that said, despite my family being killed in concentration camp and everyone being murdered, I'm still a pacifist that sees the good in people. What the what's so confusing about that? Not kill Zionists, not nuke Israel, not a pike through Zionist assholes.
I can't believe we're once again discussing the posts of a dude in Yemen.
You really like to do
19 fucking years old.
Well, you said he's not a Houthi. I mean, you went on and on and on and on about how he's just some random fucking innocent kid that you platformed and glazed the fuck up, by the way. Which is, by the way,
yeah.
He goes, how have you not rang the bell? I honestly forgot it was there. If I had been ringing it the whole time, it probably never would have stopped. This is unhinged.
You had to prevent yourself from ringing the bell.
Just terrible journalism.
How did they go on for another hour and 20? Like, oh man.
And like Hassan wouldn't let it go at the end. Like the last 20 minutes, he was just desperately clinging to the line because he knew he got schooled in a lot of different sections.
Let's see the comments on this one. I'm actually curious. This was my Creator Clash 3.
That's a winner. That's pretty
really
good.
Funny. I detected some.
I know,
tension.
Icy Bob. The last half hour is insane. Honestly, it's all crazy, really, from this point on. Like it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah. You wanna Want to wrap that?
Let's do we want to go to the bottom of the hour, or are you guys good with where it's at? All right, we'll just call it then. I think
Do you want to do
everybody-
some DSP?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm
GG
kidding.
Evan,
I'm kidding.
317 for
I'm kidding.
$10. Okay.
Oh man, my brain is mush after that shit. Holy, that was a good.
I know.
We had a great show. By the way, this show today was 2 segments only. Good
I
luck,
know.
Flaked. Good luck, buddy.
So-
The clip channel, the 3-hour videos, the 3-hour videos, like.